So there's that. I'm going to be going to Tampa, which is going to be fun. Oh, oh God. Okay. Whew. I am burning up. I have on the air conditioner and the fan. Sorry. As I get stuff ready. Ouch. All right. As I get stuff, a few last minute things ready. I want to say, oh, hey Phineas, what's up? Um, other than that, I wanted to say, I hope you all are having a nice evening so far. Like I mentioned before, I'm starting earlier than I normally would today because I have I got to get ready for Florida. I'm going to Florida in a couple of days for a sorority convention. And see, I'm trying to fix the chat because every single time I want to see you guys on the replay of streams, and I can't because it doesn't want to. See, I'm trying to be pretty with the chat, but I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't like me. This is gonna be ugly, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? I want to see you all's wonderful comments when I go back and I look at these streams. Um, Speaking of, if you would like to, typically when I do reactions like this, I will just pay attention to the what you call it. I just pay attention to the thing that I'm watching, and I don't really pay any attention to the chat. So if you feel so inclined, I do appreciate super chats, and it's also guaranteed that I can get to your comment and I can see what you post because a little notification bell goes off, and that's always nice to see. I have little widgets for that and everything. But I'm just gonna get this little ugly thing at the bottom and also in the top out of the way. But I don't know. I try different things for chats and they just don't want to work for me. So I've given up for the time being. I did see that Streamlabs has like a new plugin that they're using for OBS or whatever. Maybe I'll try that later. Okay, so let's get going. I don't think you all need an explanation on who Alex Myers is. Funny enough, I just discovered who he was this week because of the Obsession review. My friend Anthony Gramuglia, I keep hearing people say Gramigula, and I'm like, that's not how you say it. And I tell Aunt all the time, I'm like, people mispronouncing your name is getting on my nerves. And I think it's just like trauma from people mispronouncing my name, but I don't know. But anyway, my friend Aunt was going over his Obsession review, and I was like, I've never heard of this man before in my life, and I have gone down the rabbit hole of bad takes that Alex Myers, over 4 million sub account, has had over the years. Funny enough, my friend who I'm going to go see tomorrow, she was looking up reactions to the Obsession review because she's never liked this man. I didn't even know she used to watch him. But she's like, he's always had bad takes. And she alerted me to another video of his, mainly the Kim Possible live action movie review. And while I haven't seen that one, I did see he did a review on That's So Raven. So I figured that, you know, Mark, Movies with Mark, did a video where he went over Alex's reviews of Zootopia 2 and then Challengers. And you know, he was like, he's mainly a cartoon reviewer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's not so much a cartoon reviewer as he is a reviewer of children's media, per se, mainly in the realm of that he reviews like Disney Channel TV movies or preteen themed shows like Riverdale or Glee, that kind of stuff. So I figured that while I would go over this video that I saw that just blew my mind on how obtuse it was in its understanding of the material, I would also look at something that's supposed to be in his wheelhouse. Like he's supposedly this, you know, reviewer, or at least he's popular enough where his opinion on these things is, you know, popular for his audience, or they agree with him a lot, you know, in that sense. So we'll see. But yeah, it's probably gonna be a quick stream tonight. Like I said, I gotta get ready to go pack and all that. And first we're gonna start with Turning Red. I saw this and I lost my mind. So I'm gonna put the captions on. It should be auto-generated. Okay. Pardon then if there's like any inconsistencies. But all right, let's begin this madness. Dear God, help us all.
Bean mouth. It's been a
See,
real hot topic. Already, I'm pissed off. It's too hot around here to get me heated. First of all, this bean mouth nonsense. All right, this refers to like a new elevated thing from the term CalArt style, which was coined by no other than fucking John Crick-Falusi. The same John K. that made Ren and Stimpy, and that's also a certified PDF file by his own admission. Like, why are we still deferring and mutating terms made by a degenerate? Why do we keep doing this? And I could easily say this kind of shit with styles like cartoons from the 80s. Like, every cartoon in the 80s looked the fucking same because they were all trying to mimic the action movie stuff that was coming out at the time. So now you have a lot, like, they're all imitating each other. So yeah, bean mouth, but it's part of the style and it works because it gets kids and families in the fucking theater. I hate this reductive ass take, and I hate seeing it here because this one screen, and you see how mad I'm already getting because I knew when I saw this fucking screen right here, I knew that this review was gonna make my ass itch. I knew it was gonna be some bull. Like I said, it's too hot to get me this heated already. Oh, I do have a drink with me. I got some soju with me because it is Friday. Yay. What flavor is this anyway? Oh, I got peach soju. I had to check the bottle. I've never had this brand's peach soju, so, but that's why I have it, because I was like, I'm probably gonna need a drink during or after this, and yep, I forgot how mad this made me already. All right, let's go. Bean mouth. It's been a real hot topic over the years, especially recently. Like, I guess I don't really see what the issue is myself. I mean, like, clearly based on Studio Ghibli or like Urusei Yatsura, that kind of thing. And like, I'll be first in line to say that I don't think 2D sensibilities translate into 3D all that well. I don't know, I guess I just don't think it looks that bad. But speaking of bean mouth,
Turning Red, the 2022 COVID lockdown Pixar smash hit movie. But anyway, I never saw Turning Red when it came out. I don't know why, I just didn't. Until now. Since I'm kind of working my way through the Disney Pixar catalog like I just did Zootopia a couple days ago, I figured why not give this movie a try.
So I am afraid to watch his Zootopia video and also his Coco video, although I think he was more favorable to both of those movies, especially given when Mark was looking at Zootopia 2 and Alex kept saying like it was much more inferior to 1. I'm still afraid to watch it because I'm like, I don't know what kind of, like, I don't know what I'm expecting, so I'm just like, eh.
So come along, kids, let's take a walk.
Honor your parents. They're the supreme.
Actually, you know what? I guess I should talk about what I thought of the movie first before we get too deep into it. So, Turning Red, I thought was a fantastic movie because while it is focusing on the story as like a specific subsect of immigrant families and tradition and cultures, this also translates, you know, specifically like with the Asian American family, Chinese American family, not America. Oh my God, I forgot this was in Canada. Chinese Canadian family. This also echoes a lot of stuff in like African American and Black American households where it's like this parents know what they're talking about. You don't disrespect them. You show them, you know, they're, as my mom would say, I'm not one of your little friends, right? Like I when I got white friends, I saw a lot of that. Like they would be on first name basis with their parents, or they would be a lot more jokey or curse in front of them. And I'm like, if I did any of that in front of my mom, she would have had a fit. Like when I had like my first white boyfriend, I had to, and I introduced him to my family, I had to remind him, do not curse in front of them because that's considered highly disrespectful. Like you respect your elders, you listen to what they say, you do your best, and you don't act foolish because, you know, you're representing something bigger than yourself every time that you step out of the door. And you kind of have to, you know, and going out of like certain archetypes or certain expectations of your culture or like what your parents expect of you, especially when they're trying to set an example, is like, you know, like being a weird emo Black kid would make you not only ostracized from other people at school, but probably your own community that thinks you're weird and into that white people shit. But you know, it's one of them things where it's like, I got the message of Turning Red, even with this, where it's like a girl who's coming into her own, trying to be her own person and having this relationship with her mom who expects her to be this one way because that's how she imagines her daughter and how she raised her to be. But that's not really who she is. And she's ignoring the person that her daughter is becoming and kind of condemning it. And this movie, along with Encanto, which I did see his Encanto review, and that'd be a whole other 2-hour stream. But Alex doesn't really understand the familial and cultural trauma that both of those movies display. More so with Encanto than Turning Red. And it's interesting to see because that's literally the core of both of these movies. And at first, so I saw the Encanto review first and I was like, this has to be a bit to make it funny. You know, because because he wants to make certain jokes, so he's trying to avoid that bit. But then when I saw this, I'm like, no, this isn't a bit to make stupid jokes. He literally cannot see this and is making stupid jokes on top of it. So I'm like, okay, let's keep going.
Beings who gave you life, who sweated and sacrificed so much to put a roof over your head. food on your plate.
You know, I've always found this idea to be so weird. Because, like, is this not what parents should be doing by default?
And see,
You know,
that's
like,
how I
since you
knew he
kinda
was
forced me
white.
to be here in the first place?
But if you
That's how I knew he was white. It was like, okay, this is like, I can't. It's interesting because, like I said, I can't fault that too much because I know that that's a cultural divide. But it's just like,
you get too far, well, you might forget to honor yourself. Luckily, I don't have that problem.
Okay, all right. I can already tell exactly everything I need to know about what this movie's going to be like.
I'm Maylin Lee.
and see, just from that, like, just because this girl is hyperactive, which that's another thing. He'll say it in like a couple of seconds, but I really honestly am shocked. He's like, I didn't know any girls who acted like that, you know, when I was in middle school. And I'm like, all the girls were weird. Like, I was a weird girl in middle school, and there were weird girls. Like, they did weird shit, you know, or they might do stupid stuff like this. The idea of girls being wacky and weird, being foreign is like, did you go to school with girls? Like, what happened?
Since I turned 13, I've been doing my own thing, making my own moves, 24/7, 365.
I'm so glad this will definitely not get really old really fast. But okay, so this is May.
And that's another, I keep pausing. I'm only a minute in, but it's so annoying because May isn't even like that through the whole movie. Like, this is her being upbeat to be like, my life is great and I got everything under control because I'm an adult at 13. You know, we've all kind of been like that, overconfident and cocky, because once you hit them double digits, you think you got life figured out. Hell, I'm 31 and I still don't have life figured out. So, like, it's just, okay.
A young Chinese-Canadian girl living in Toronto with her family, spending her days in 8th grade with her very normal friends.
I love Priya. That was me.
What's up, May?
Let's burn this place to the ground.
Well, they are. This is. I was not prepared for the sheer amount of raw quirk that was going to be in this movie. But like, if you see these girls do.
And also, okay, like I said, I keep pausing. But it's so funny that he doesn't like this style in the movie. But this whole review, his whole channel is literally that. It's like looking in a mirror and he can't handle it, but he also does have the wherewithal to realize, wait, this is kind of like the stuff I do. Like, it's so funny, this lack of self-awareness.
Doing this and you're like, wow, they're just like me. Then like, what the heck kind of middle school experience did you have? Mine was way more depressing.
Y equals -4. Je me fromage blanc. I know, it's a lot. But this is grade 8.
Also, like, okay, so this movie takes place in 2002, and these kids are in 8th grade, right? So, like, where's all the Jankos? Where's the low-rise jeans that came up like half an inch above the no-no square? I was in 8th grade, like 2002, 2003, or something like that. Like, I was there on the front lines, okay? You can't fool me. I don't see a single white boy in this school who inexplicably starts dressing like Eminem from 8 Mile. But anyway, so...
Well, once again, I honestly, I'm trying to remember back around then, but I was like, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I didn't see too much of that. But also, once again, I went to a black school. So when I say black school, I mean like majority black. So like, I didn't see none of that. I saw a bunch of girls with the layered polo shirts. Oh, when 08 started, 07, 08, with them layered polo shirts. Oh my God. They would be sweating their asses off, just pit stains all over the place. Baby, it was terrible. Oh my God. I'm so glad I never participated in any of that. oh, the swag era. I had no swag, so I didn't bother trying to dress up like that. But oh, I know some people who did are probably looking back in those photos now going like, my God.
May kind of sort of leads like a double life. Growing up in this Asian Canadian family, her mom is very strict and it's all about her grades and what job she's going to get in the future. And fun is stupid and dumb and you need to get into med school and law school and intern at the UN all at the same time. But then in her private life, May likes Tamagotchis and this boy band called Four Town. Now speaking of boys, gross cooties, yuck.
Huh? Devin.
So this is Devin, the hottest guy in town.
Ugh, he looks like a hobo.
A hot hobo.
Does that remind you what real men look like?
Four Town.
Yes! Fort Town!
Yeah, but tickets to Four Town are like $1 bajillion, and Devin's right here.
And free!
Yeah, I don't know about that one, because like you date a guy like this and the self-esteem cost alone's gonna put you in debt for the rest of your life. And then they have a dance-off in the parking lot.
If you can pass the gauntlet. Come on. Not now. You can't resist it. You never know on my mind. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I'm never not by your side.
And people say that I laid on too thick about how weird I was in middle school. Well, turns out I could have made a whole Pixar movie about it. Anyway.
Once again, so the whole point of that and like her friends being like this is that it's about like finding her group, her people who are just on the same wavelength, the same amount of weird as her, where she's able to drop that perfectionist image. You know, having to always be because I used to have to do that myself. You know, hide my weirdness. And then at a point, I got tired of it. My mother still doesn't understand it. My family still doesn't understand it. But at this point, they accept it because they're like, that's just Kyla. Like, you know, like that's her. She's into weird shit like that, too. So it's like, he's focusing too much on the quirkiness and not the fact that May with her friends is able to be more open and have more fun and be more of herself. He just sees, oh, quirky randomness, LOL, you know, and it's like there's a point to it and they show it throughout the movie. Especially like when she starts to well, you'll see it and I'll bring it up in a minute, but oops. Okay. Come on, you. There we go.
Anyway, so like I was saying, May has her private life with her friends and stuff. Okay, brag about it. But then at home, she has to be like the perfect daughter, always getting good grades, never thinking about boys or music or fun. And she has to honor her family and her ancestors like all the time.
Per usual. Check it out.
Oh, that's my little scholar. Today, honor student. Tomorrow, UN Secretary General. The ancestors would be so proud.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Like, I think if your ancestors were here, they'd be too busy having an aneurysm from eating like one Dorito. Now that night,
gotta
May's
do with
doing her
anything?
college-level calculus just for fun, you know? And she starts feeling a little strange. She kind of sort of suddenly starts thinking about Devin.
Now, I related too hard with this scene because
Wait, what was that? I saw that. What was that face? Now, her mom ends up finding these drawings and
Wait,
freaks out and thinks that May is like secretly dating Devin or
so
something.
I
Right? So she rips
actually
them out and
have
marches down to
so like back in the day, I wrote fan fiction. It was terrible fan fiction, and I would type it out and print it. This was my own like personal stash. My mom found it. Embarrassing. But my friends have had similar stories, and one I won't say it, but her story was like, oh God, I think if my mom found like that, I would have disintegrated. And she's a strong soldier. She's a stronger soldier than me. God bless her. I love you too if you're watching. But yeah, like I know so many people that's happened to, and it's like, oh God, I saw that scene and I'm like, you got the trauma too, huh? You got the trauma too from that, huh?
corner store.
you! What have you done to my Maymay?
Who?
I should report you to the police. And each of her. Mom!
Hey, you know, good thing this is 2002 and not 2025, because these drawings will be very different today. May, what are those? Give me that right now.
No, that was the same shit they had back then too.
Well,
I was
hope
on
you're proud of your
DeviantArt.
degenerate ways, May. What would the ancestors think? Yo, that's a pretty sweet Shadow the Hedgehog. Hey, do you take commissions? I want Tony the Tiger and Shrek together. Anyway, so not only did May just realize that she thinks boys are cute, gross, but also her mom just like thoroughly ruined any social life she could have ever had. And so that night, naturally, lasers shoot out of the temple and her ancestors start ancestring so hard, my dude. And when May wakes up the next morning, something a little weird might have happened.
All right, so we're gonna hit the point of the video where it's just gonna be period jokes from here on out. And I cannot tell you how annoying it is in general, not just with him, in general, when I see this movie reduced to just being the period movie. The whole period thing literally only takes up about a scene and a half of the movie. The rest is, and it's not even the symbol of the panda. It's part of it, but it's mainly just about, because when they talk about, when normally you get to talk about periods and menstrual cycles and something, they talk about it like you're blooming into a woman, you're becoming a young woman, and you're blossoming into yourself, blah, blah, blah. Like you're a caterpillar who's now free in wrapped up in the cocoon, you know, and now you're a butterfly, a bleeding butterfly. Like it's this, and so that's kind of the thing, is like you have now transformed into something else, but this is like the point where you become who you are. You know, it's like you are finally woman, and so that's what the panda represents. Is it's a metaphor based off of that, but it's mainly about May coming into herself, realizing who she is and standing up for herself, you know? But it's just so annoying to have it be reduced like this. And also, I was going to make another point too. Let me see here if I can go back a bit. I like that. There we go.
Well, I hope you're proud of your degenerate ways, May. What would the ancestors think? Yo, that's a pretty sweet Shadow the Hedgehog. Hey, do you take commissions? I want Tony the Tiger and Shrek together. Anyway, so not only did May just realize that she thinks boys are cute, gross, but also her mom just like thoroughly.
Okay, so this was also something that, like, and the mom does this through the movie, where it's like, you corrupted my daughter. You are the bad influence. And it comes to a head at the end of the movie. If if you've seen the movie, then you know that. But it's like, my daughter isn't like this. I know who she is. And the thing is, like, you have actively been avoiding who your daughter really is, or not really looking at her or asking her these questions about her personality or how she feels about stuff. You're just basing it off this idea of her in your head. And if she acts out of character, anybody, would just, it has to be someone else's fault. It can't be her fault. It has to be somebody else's fault. Because I know my daughter and she wouldn't do that. Like, it's this thing that I caught on like my second view of the movie. But I really like that detail. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Social life she could have ever had. And so that night, naturally, lasers shoot out of the temple and her ancestors start ancestring so hard, my dude. And when May wakes up the next morning, something a little weird might have happened.
Porridge.
Oh no, May just got isekai'd into adulthood. Now, as you can imagine, May freaks out, her world's turned upside down, and she knows that she definitely can't tell her mom about this because that would totally disappoint her, somehow, I guess. But moms know, okay? Moms always know.
Hang on, honey. Are you sick? Is it a fever? Is it that? Did the red
the dad backing away. I'm sorry, I just talked over, like, I literally just talked over an example of what I was mentioning earlier about these metaphors, just because I like how the dad was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, backing. Actually, you know what? Okay, quick story, because this also represents like how men are like, I don't know, buddy. Like, I don't know. Like, men are like, I don't want to talk about that. So at my current job, but old boss, he had a habit of micromanaging and also thinking like people would be stealing stuff if we were like short on things. Now, mind you, we were like the distro hub to go to different stores. So typically if I asked somebody, I said, hey, like, can you do a cycle count in this shop and this shop? And they were like, oh, we're 5 less of this item. And I'm like, oh, we're 5 more of this item. Okay, that's what happened. But he was just dead set that somebody's stealing. And one day he was talking to us about that, and specifically like about bathroom breaks and stuff. And I was, you know, spending too long in the bathroom and how that's suspicious. And as one of like the 2 women in the group and one who was still menstruating, I was like, I told him, I said, look, man, if you see, I get my period. Like, if you see me taking something into the bathroom, like my purse or something, I'm not stealing, but I probably have stuff that I need. And he was so like grossed out about it. He was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, you were all adamant about this and stealing and shit. But the minute that I mention like pads or tampons or something, now all of a sudden you're grossed out. It's so elementary. It's so just reductive, and that's where we're gonna go from here on out, is this reductive take and look at this movie just being boiled down to periods and the most immature, boring ass period jokes. Like, it's so bad. And I'm like, y'all, if you haven't seen this review, brace yourself. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Honey, are you sick? Is it a fever? Is it that? Did the red peony bloom?
No! Maybe?
But it's too soon.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is 13 too early for this?
Maybe I
All right. You know what? Quick question. Actually, I wonder if I could pull this up real quick. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna make a poll for y'all. Let me see here. I'm gonna make a poll if I can, because I really want to know how many let me see here if I can make a poll, because I want to see if there are any men in the audience. Were you like, what do you know? How do you know? Or what's your knowledge on like periods and menstruation? Like, I kind of want to see that. Let me make this up. Come on, damn it. Sorry, this is gonna take a minute, but I'm genuinely, like, I really want to know. All right. I'm going to put this poll in the chat. Just because, like, when I was in elementary school, I knew some girls who started at like 8. There was one girl I knew who started at like 10, and it freaked her out. I knew girls who, like, the minute they hit 9, started developing hair under their arms. And it was like, what? And their parents were freaking out because they were like, this didn't happen to me when I was this age, and I don't really know what to do. You know, it was like, whoa, what happened? But I'm just interested. I just want to see. You know, I just want to see. So, I'll check in a little bit. I'll check in.
Oh, this is upsetting, but we are going to get through this together. I have ibuprofen, vitamin D, a hot water bottle, and pads. Regular, overnight, scented, unscented, thin, ultra thin.
You know, I do think it's kind of funny how girls complain about, like, why do you guys think we just sit around talking about our periods all the time? Like, that's so stupid. But then, like, this movie comes out and they're like, oh, wow, finally, a movie about periods. I'm gonna watch it 5 times in a row.
You are now a
Hey,
beautiful,
God
strong
damn it.
flower.
I just, God damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the reason why we get excited is because we can't publicly talk about it. Okay, you want to know the truth? Yes, women do talk about their periods, mainly in private, because it's been stigmatized by men to talk about it out in the open, which is a whole other conversation that we should be having, but has nothing to do with the plot of this fucking movie. That's why I'm like, I just harping on this. Like, yeah, we could talk about periods, but you'll see throughout this whole thing that he would not take the shit seriously. Like, it's so frustrating.
Stupid. But then, like, this movie comes out and they're like, oh, wow, finally, a movie about periods. I'm gonna watch it 5 times in a row.
You are now a beautiful, strong flower. Who must protect your delicate petals and clean them regularly.
But, like, real talk, though, I do have to admire the frankness of this movie. But, like, for me, growing up, the only thing my dad talked to me about was like, all right, son, here's how you hold a textbook down in front when you're walking the hallway at school. Huh? Why would I ever do that? Oh, trust me, you'll know when it happens. But anyway, May realizes that she can turn back into a human if she just, like, calms down for a bit. Except now she has red hair, which her mom is definitely gonna love.
Just be the calm, mature adult you totally are. You got this.
So she goes to school and tries to hide it as best as she can, but then she sees that her mom's like spying on her at the school, which everyone else realizes too, and May's just get like so sick of her mom constantly embarrassing her in front of everyone. First Devin and now the entire school.
Tell him you forgot your
So May runs all the way back home, and long story short, her mom finds out that she's a giant red panda. But instead of being upset about it, she's like, oh no, it's happening already. And so then the mom gives May some backstory about how, like, a long time ago, one of their ancestors was blessed/cursed to be able to turn into a giant red panda and, like, fight wars and stuff. And this blessing curse has continued in all of the women in the family.
On the next red moon, you'll undergo a ritual that will seal your red panda spirit into one of these. And then you'll be cured, just like me.
Let's see, the next red moon will be the 25th.
That's a whole month away.
Wait, so she just has to metaphorically be on her period for like a month straight? Can you imagine?
Brother, okay, oh. Brother. Brother. That's not how that shit works. Brother, did you skip health ed in school? So, the thing is that she's not metaphorically on her fucking period for a month. You absolute egghead. The thing is that it's literally the time. You want to talk about periods? Okay, that's literally the time period. Between periods is literally about 28 days, give or take, 20-something days, which is about a calendar month. And we know that she can turn back to and from a panda. She is not walking around like that shit all goddamn day. So if you're going to keep harping on it and periods and whatnot, like, did you date Alex? Did you date? Have you been in, like, have you dealt with a woman longer than a month to experience this? That's this okay, so this was why, like, in the Encanto review that I saw first, I was hearing stupid shit like this, and I was like, this has to be a bit he's making for the jokes. But the jokes aren't funny, so it's just making me angrier. And then I saw this review, and I was like, no, it can't be for the bit. This has to be genuine, because he's so goddamn dense. He's like a fruitcake. Like, I don't understand it.
There's not enough chocolate in the world. So after this, May's friends come to see her because of what happened at school, and after some back and forth, they also find out May's secret.
Got that? Chill. May?
Are you a werewolf?
No! What? He's a red panther!
Sick.
You're so floppy! You're so floppy!
I've always wanted a tail.
And that's how Tumblr was born. But you see, like we learned earlier, May
That was the only decent joke in the whole goddamn review. And it wasn't even that fucking funny. When I first saw this, I went, huh? And that was it.
can stay human as long as she stays calm. And now that she knows her friends love and accept her no matter what, she notices a bit of a change.
Huh. Something feels different. Abby, hit me. Oh! Oh my gosh! I stayed calm. Something about you guys, like, neutralizes the panda.
See, look, there you go, ladies. Friendship cures periods. Why didn't anyone think of that before? Okay, so here's where
This is a reductive ass take. It is not periods. Friendship cures periods. You said it your fucking self a second ago. What the fuck it was? That changed literally 2 seconds ago. Like, you fucking said
that's
it.
how Tumblr was born. But you see, like we learned earlier, May can stay human as long as she stays calm. And now that she knows her friends love and accept her no matter what, she notices a bit of a change.
Huh. Literally, he just fucking said it. Now that she knows her friends love and accept her, she can change back from being a panda because she's embraced. The panda is a part of her, and her friends embrace that part of her. So she's not filled with anxiety or anger about it. She accepts it because they accept her. But no, instead, this is why I'm like this. What, like, I had to think that maybe this was a bit, but if it was like, if this was the first review I saw of his, I would think maybe it was a bit. But the fact that he did it before with Encanto, I was like, no, this shit ain't a bit. I think it's legit him. And then he did it with Obsession, this blatant missing, like, stating the point and then missing it. Like,
oh, you guys, like, neutralizes the panda.
See, look, there you go, ladies. Friendship cures periods. Why didn't anyone think of that before? Okay, so
like, you literally just fucking said. You just fucking said it. I can't. Oh.
But here's where the movie really gets going. So May has to wait until the 25th, the blood moon, to do the ritual that will seal up her red panda forever. But remember that 4-town hot guy boy band or whatever they were talking about? Well, turns out they're coming to Toronto on the 18th, and May really wants to go, like, so bad. You have no idea.
Actually, real quick, growing up, I was really into boy bands myself. I was into, like, I was an NSYNC girl back in the day. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees. And actually, I remembered, I can't play it for copyright reasons, but I don't know if y'all remember the live action Inspector Gadget movie that they did with Matthew Broderick, which is a whole other beast in and of itself. But there was a band called Youngstown that did a song for the movie. This was back in the day, and we need to bring this back, where movies had soundtracks with certain songs made for them. Like, we should bring that back in the movie culture because, to be honest, it's really fun. But it's pretty catchy. It's still catchy, you know, like, and oh, here's another one. For the Princess Diaries, there was a song, I can't remember the woman's name, but it was called Supergirl, and it was like, I'm Supergirl, and I'm here to save the world. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, James Gunn or whoever the fuck is directing that Supergirl movie, put this needle drop in. I swear to God, just put it in somewhere. just put it. Look up that song, and listen to it, and it's just those two songs. But yeah, I was really big into boy bands back in the day. If you all were as well, who are your favorites? I wasn't a big One Direction person. I missed that craze. I was too old. I was like out of it by then. But like, were you? Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees. Were you a Youngstown fan for as quick as they were down there? But yeah, voice out in the comments. Love to see that.
Absolutely not.
What? But this is once in a lifetime.
May, it's one thing to stay calm at home or school, but a concert? You'll get whipped up into a frenzy.
I like how the dad is just like, yeah, that sounds legit.
$200? For what?
So May and her friends kind of
Okay,
brainstormed.
I'm not gonna lie. $200 in 2002 is pretty goddamn ridiculous. Okay, her mama got a point there. 2002 money, $200 for a concert was unthinkable. You had to be going to see Celine Dion in Paris for that amount of money. Okay, like, I'm not gonna front her there.
This idea to use May's panda powers to earn money because they realize that everyone at school actually thinks the panda stuff is really cool, and now everyone wants to like be her best friend.
You are the cutest thing ever. Come out, please. Wait, so you like the panda? Like it? I love it. I'll give you anything. Money? My kidney. My soul. Yeah.
Which, like, again, you know, if you keep following along with the period metaphor, like, this movie is absolutely wild.
It's not the the period. Once again, literally that scene, the scene where May wakes up, where her mom follows her to school, and where they talk about the blood moon, are the only blatant mentions or allusions to periods in the movie. The rest of the movie is literally what he said earlier. And I feel like if I could, I'd go back and like just have this on repeat. It's literally this.
As long as she stays calm. And now that she knows her friends love and accept her no matter what, she notices...
See, it's about people loving and accepting May no matter what. And the part of her that is like supposed to be scary and destructive and just needs to be locked up, which is the panda people love and admire about her. That is the point of the movie. That is the metaphor. You harping on and focusing on the periods to be what? Some kind of funny ha-ha video? It's so stupid. Like, I like, this is like quartering levels of reductiveness in understanding media. I don't watch, like, I honestly wonder, like, if anybody else had this reductive ass take. And because, like, some people I'm thinking of, and it also might be because of the soju, I'm like, I don't even think they would be that reductive in it. But also, I might be giving them too much credit. Either way, I'm like,
Which, like, again, you know, if you keep following along with the period metaphor, like, this movie is absolutely wild. OMG,
shut
man, you got
up.
your period? That is so cute. Can I see it?
Shut the fuck up.
Like this dude later on who's like, hey, I'll pay you $200 if you come to my birthday party and show off your period.
Nigga, shut up. That's not what it's about. I just, it pisses me off so much. Not even like as a cis woman. It's just on the basis of media literacy, blatant media literacy. And they are not hiding the fact that the panda represents something beyond periods. But he just has to keep harping on it. Has to.
Like,
I got
this
5
allegory
minutes
only works
left.
for so long, you know what I mean? But anyway, so the plan's going pretty well. Like, they have this Ocean's 11 suitcase just chock full of money. The concert's the next day. Everything's lined up perfectly.
Tomorrow, we are walking into that concert, girls, and coming out women.
So man.
Yes, it's happening, Robert Jr. You're finally gonna meet your daddy and your hot uncles.
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see or hear.
See, and once again, this thing about like why are girls being wacky and weird, like literally I knew a girl in elementary school who said that she was that SpongeBob was her boyfriend. This was like back in 2002, 2003. She said the SpongeBob was her boyfriend. We were in the 3rd grade. They're kids. They're kids. Girls can be weird and wacky too, because they're kids. Oh, this thing is just... Sorry, I just I'm sorry. Watching this again hurts my soul on a deep fundamental level. You know?
Or any of that. However, that's when May's mom finds out what she's really been up to this whole time. She's showing everyone her red panda, her grades are slipping, now she'll never be a UN ambassador, lawyer, plastic surgeon. And so the mom finds out where May is and for some reason just kind of immediately turns it around on her friends.
Do you know how dangerous this is?
We just wanted to see Four Town.
Four Town!
Okay, so once again he says let me play it back so you can hear exactly what he says.
And so the mom finds out where May is and for some reason just kind of immediately turns it around on her friends.
Do you know how dangerous?
It's not sudden because, as I mentioned earlier, she did it with Devin, assuming that he must have done something to poison her little girl. Like, it's following the pattern where the mother's like, my daughter isn't like this because she's still hanging on to an idealized version of her daughter that isn't true.
This is?
We just wanted to see Four Town.
Four Town! You manipulated her.
No, she wanted to.
Don't you blame her. She is a good girl.
May, tell her.
Wow, okay, rude. You know, quick aside here, but like this whole movie's about the Asian immigrant experience of like having these like strict parents and having these crazy expectations or whatever. But May has this other friend who is also an Asian Canadian kid who apparently does not have any of these problems. It's very interesting.
Okay, so I took my glasses off and I'm pinching the bridge in my nose, just so you know. All right. So, from what I understand, Abby is Korean Canadian. Korea and Japan have greatly different, traditions and whatnot. But also, not every immigrant experience is going to be the same. Like I said, like even with Black Americans who have been in America for years, decades, centuries. Everybody's family experience is not going to be the same, depending on like how they grew up, their economic status, what happened, blah, blah, blah. If they're first generation, second generation immigrants, they were like born here, descendants of slaves, whatever, blah, 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 for like the Black American, African American experience, right? So I can only, in the diaspora, which also in this case includes Asian Canadian immigrants, which include Chinese and Korean immigrants, it can be the same. So this thing of like, well, Abby's Asian too, so why isn't she in this strict Obviously, her parents are a lot more accepting, or they might be more like, you know what, baby, you do you, or maybe her mother or her father are just as wacky as her. Like, it's not gonna, these cultures are not monoliths. Like, people say black people are not monoliths, Asian people are not monoliths, Mexican people are not monoliths. And this is probably, I harp on the period stuff, but this take is like probably one of the most reductive of the review. And I'm gonna play it again from the beginning just so y'all can understand it. And all right, let me shut up and let's play this.
Wow, okay, rude. You know, quick aside here, but like this whole movie's about the Asian immigrant experience of like having these like strict parents and having these crazy expectations or whatever. But May has this other friend who is also an Asian Canadian kid who apparently does not have any of these problems. It's a very interesting commentary here. But anyway, so May is...
So the thing is, he says that there's a very interesting commentary here. And like, and I just explained some of it. I explained why some of it was interesting and how it can be read. But I bet money that that is not the take he was gonna have for that being an interesting viewpoint, an interesting take. I literally bet money. And the fact that he doesn't divulge into it to maybe add a bit more credence to this just period joke fest. This what, how long is this? 15-minute and 59, literally almost 16 minutes review of being just period joke after period joke. You could have had one little bit that was actually introspective to maybe give credence on why your review should be should be watched, or maybe at least, thought about or brought up in discussion, or points that you made. But no, we're just gonna keep making period jokes, cause bleeding for a week and in horrific pain is funny. Women, am I right?
Barred from having friends or fun or any worthwhile childhood experiences, and we skip ahead to the night of the ritual. May's extended family has arrived, her grandma and her mom's sisters, who are kind of a lot.
I love the scene with the aunties. Like, this must be the generational experience. When the aunties show up, boy, in any culture.
Come together to put on the ritual and seal up May's panda and finally get her off her period, which really seems way more complicated than how most girls have to deal with their periods, because usually it's just like, nice, I think it's done. Oh boy, I sure can't wait to... Oh, never mind. I still got like 2 days left. Or you're like sitting in...
Oh God, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut it up. Shut it up. Shut up. Shut up.
class, and it's like... Anyway, ritual. And so May's rebelliousness takes over, and she wants to be her own person and not just base her whole life on what her mom wants. So she rejects the ritual and keeps her panda powers and decides that she's gonna go to that Four-Town concert no matter what. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. So the girls find out that they thought the concert was on the 18th, but actually it's on the 25th, which is the same day as the ritual. So, anyway.
I'm going to the concert! Get back here! How could she do this to her own mother?
Oh, the seal is broken, the panda's coming out again. Menopause is over, mom's back in the game. But okay, so just...
Oh, God damn it. That is not what that means. My head is in my arms for a minute because I gotta compose myself. Give me a minute. There's gonna be a minute of silence. I'm gonna play with this moron set again, so you can just fucking hell. All right, just
concert was on the 18th, but actually it's on the 25th, which is the same day as the ritual. So, anyway.
I'm going to the concert! Get back here!
How could she do this to her own mother?
Oh, the seal is broken, the panda's coming out again. Menopause is over, mom's back in the game. But okay, so just to summarize the end of the movie here, the mom goes...
Oh. I have a, I hear the alert going off. My bad, y'all. I was, oh. My spirit was crushed. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I heard the alert. I was like, oh God Almighty. Okay, give me a second. Oh, fuck. Oh, thank you for the new subscriber. I appreciate you. But like, okay. This does not. This is the mother who we have seen been calm and composed throughout most of the movie. And see this, okay. So he's trying to make this review fit within a certain time range, which I get. But he skipped the crucial part of May's mother having to deal with her own mother. So May's grandmother. And pretty much the cycle repeating itself, because May's mother, who is, as we can see here, is very like emotional. She feels very deeply and she's hurt and she's angry, and this lets her panda out. We've seen her be angry before, but obviously it's not on. She's still composing herself to be this idea of what she thinks she should be. She's not letting her true self out, her true feelings out. And we get to see that in this scene where she feels so hurt and betrayed by her daughter that it just gets out, like it just lets out like that. And having been in fights with my mother like that, where she is coming to accept who I am, those that can get raw, emotional, and you can see a side of your parent that you haven't seen before. But it's all in the effort for them to see you as your own person. And you end up also seeing your parent as their own person instead of the mask or the demeanor of your parent that they put on you, or that they show you that they put on. And him skipping over that to just make this, oh, she's off of menopause, here comes the period shit, is so piss poor. Like, I don't even think, I'm going to say something bold here. I don't even think that most grifters would have thought of that. Legit, I don't even think that they would have made this dumbass joke connection that he did. And even they would have brought up the connection between May, the relationship damage between May's mom and May's grandmother. Like this is just so stupid. I have no other word for it but stupid.
How could she do this to her own mother?
Oh, the seal is broken, the panda's coming out again. Menopause is over, mom's back in the game. But okay, so just to summarize the end of the movie here, the mom goes like full Super Saiyan and goes to the concert to give May a real piece of her mind. But May doesn't want to listen, so she twerks for a while.
How can you be so
Cross.
Oh, that's nothing. You want to see crap?
What are you doing? Stop moving like that!
Is this bothering you?
Sure, okay. And then
Like that. Oh, like that's the point, is that the mother can't believe that her daughter isn't following in. Like, how can she like this degenerate stuff, not realizing that her daughter is her own person and can like what she likes. She likes being fun and weird and shaking her ass to Foretown. Like, I don't know what to tell you. She's a quirky little thing. Like,
she does her cool mega ultra anime hyper wave beam headbutt attack and just knocks her mom right out. And then the whole family has to use their panda powers to come together and do the ritual to seal up mom's panda, because as you may have noticed, her panda is rather large. Quite the heavy flow on that one.
oh my God. Oh my God. Once again, I have my head in my hands. What do I even say? What do I say to that bullshit? What do I even say? Like, the woman has been repressing her feelings for decades, and it comes out in a spark of anger. And here she is. Like, it literally just, like, it's almost like a fucking fit of rage. She's having a tantrum. But because you're so stuck on making this period metaphor nonsense stick, you're like, quite the heavy flow on that one. Shut the fuck up. I found out this man, when did this come out? This came out 8 months ago. I found out this man is in his, like, late 30s, maybe early 40s. Like, I'm sorry, y'all gonna hear silence for a minute, because I have to sit for a second. Like, this man has 4 million subscribers. 4 million subscribers. This needs to be studied. This needs to be like a case study, because how? Because he talks like this and has an animated cartoon all the time and he makes these stupid ass jokes. Like, how? I'm baffled, befuddled, bamboozled, and smeckledorfed. Lord. All right, let's finish. I literally have a minute left. God help me.
So some you hate louder. Sing from the heart.
Louder! The sickle isn't working!
And so, in the end, the ritual works and May and her mom are in the spirit world together, and her mom seals up her panda powers once again. And this is where we get a small look at why her mom is the way she is, which is because her mom was also like that. And like, finally, right here at the end, we get like the real point of this movie, which is, you know, generational trauma or whatever. But they only give it like a solid 2 minutes of screen time. I feel like we could maybe...
You absolute fucking donut. Oh, this is when I was already mad when I first saw this review. But this is when I literally had to walk away because it pissed me off. Let me show you this whole ending point.
Panda powers once again, and this is where we get a small look at why her mom is the way she is, which is because her mom was also like that. And like,
This is so fucking reductive. Because the reason why she ended up sealing her panda was because in a fit of her uncontrollable emotion, she ended up hurting her mother. That's how her mom has that scar on her face. And she thought that she thought that her mom hated her for that. Hated her. She's been carrying this weird ass like feeling of her true self hurt her mom so bad. And she didn't want her mom to feel hurt. She didn't want to put her in danger. So she repressed herself for that. And her and her mother, May's mom and her May's grandmother, have this reconciliation in the spirit realm. That is literally the whole fucking movie talks about this. He mentioned it in the fucking beginning. He even made like a half-ass, weird-ass point with the only other Asian character, Abby, but not the point that he should have made, but just some weird-ass point of like, well, she's Asian too, and she doesn't have any strict parents. What's up with that? Who? Like, where he literally brings up the generational shit, but just ignores it here to mention that it only gets brought up at the last 2 minutes and then doesn't even bother to bring up what it is, even though it's been played on through the whole movie. Like, literally, May's mom making up with her mother is representing of like this, like May is the closing of that loop, and those two are the start of healing. Like, it's so frustrating and reductive. God.
finally, right here at the end, we get like the real point of this movie, which is, you know, generational trauma or whatever, but they only give it like a solid 2 minutes of screen time. I feel like we could maybe unpack this a little more, you know, since this is like what the entire movie is actually about.
You know, you could have figured that shit out if you weren't making baseless, unfunny ass period jokes through the whole goddamn thing. That's why this was also the point where I realized, no, this isn't a bit. No, this isn't just him ignoring points to make funny ass jokes. He literally does not understand this fucking movie. He doesn't understand it.
I see you, Mei. You try to make everyone happy, but are so hard on yourself. And if I taught you that, I'm sorry.
Okay, Pixar, come on. I can only suspend my disbelief so far at this movie.
I'm changing, Mom. I'm finally figuring out who I am.
May, my dude, you're 13. When I was 13, I thought I was gonna be Goku. But so in the end, May decides to keep her panda powers, and she's now on this like journey of life discovery. But of course, no matter what, she's always gonna be her mom's little May or something. The end. Yeah, you know, obviously this movie isn't like for me, you know what I mean? But like, I do appreciate how different it is compared to other Pixar movies. Like, whatever you think about Bean Mouth, the way it's animated is very unique. And I think you can draw a pretty straight line from this movie to like K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, they definitely share a lot of visual DNA, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this movie was kind of on the ground floor of like what we have now in terms of like Asian K-pop media stuff, you know? But like, I can totally see how people really latched onto this movie.
Wait. Shut up.
Everybody,
What?
thanks for watching this video. If you like it,
Wait,
please
fucking
watch
minute.
it.
Go back. Wait. What? Hold up. What? Repeat that dumbass shit you just said.
How different it is compared to other Pixar movies. Like, whatever you think about Bean Mouth, the way it's animated is very unique. And I think you can draw a pretty straight line from this movie to like K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, they...
Okay. All right. Wait a goddamn minute. I forgot this part. All right. right, hold up. He brings up like you could break a parallel between this and K-pop Demon Hunters. When literally at the beginning of the fucking video, this is what he said. I'm gonna replay this shit just so y'all can remember.
Bean mouth. It's been a real hot topic over the years, especially recently. Like, I guess I don't really see what the issue is myself. I mean, like, clearly based on Studio Ghibli or like Urusei.
Literally, he says it's clearly based off of Studio Ghibli, or what he means is, or at least I hope this is what he means, is that the young weebs that watched anime grew up to become animators and are basing a lot of their shit on a lot of their design choices on that. So him all of a sudden making this connection,
Like, for me, you know what I mean? But like, I do appreciate how different it is compared to other Pixar movies. Like, whatever you think about Bean Mouth, the way it's animated is very unique. And I think you can draw a pretty straight line from this movie to like K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, they definitely share a lot of visual
like, no, what? It's literally, you literally explained it at the beginning, that it's about the people who grew up watching anime are now making this shit, and they're drawing inspiration from it. I don't like
DNA, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this movie was kind of on the ground floor of like what we have now in terms of like Asian K-pop media stuff, you know? But like, I can totally see how people really latched onto this movie, especially during lockdown time, you know what I mean? Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another.
I fucking hated this, and in fact, I'm giving a downvote. After this, I don't want to see this man ever again in my fucking life. I only discovered who he was this week, and I already missed the person I was. I missed the person I was before I saw that. All right, I'm going to go through and read your comments for those who are just now joining me. I typically will watch through the media and then I will read your comments afterwards. However, if you feel so inclined and would like to donate to the channel via a super chat, I do get a notification. A little notification bell will ring when I do get a super chat so I can see your stuff immediately. Other than that, I will be waiting until the end of whatever I'm watching to read your comment. So let's see here. You added up to your Tomodachi life. Oh God, Herbie, that's funny. Did he fall down all the time? Which is better or worse than the Mr. Enter video asking why Attorney Red didn't discuss 9/11? Oh, will it be better or worse? I still have my glasses off because I put my head in my hands too much, so pardon me. But Enter apologized for that. I don't think he... I get what he was trying to say, but also it was like, it's literally a movie about a girl turning into a panda. We really don't need that. And plus it was in Canada. Really, I think that if we were going to go for that amount of realism, if we were in America, it might be like, but also like it's a movie about a girl turning into a red panda. We don't need to, we don't need to have like that kind of stuff in that movie. Is Alex saying he never met a neurodivergent girl? Yes. In so many words, yes. Alex is just so obnoxious. His voice reminds me a lot of Just a Robot, and it's not a good thing. No, it's not. It's very annoying. Oh, Sketch. Hey, I felt the movie was good and memorable. The theme of generational trauma, what may go through as a teenager, and the symbolism of what a red panda is beyond your period is very much there. Exactly. Hi. Thank you, DJ Sauls, for coming here. I am glad to get the recommendation, and I hope that you stay. Yeah. Oh God, MySpace. I had a MySpace page, and when my mom found out, oh my God, she reacted like how May's mom did when she found that the drawings of Devin. Like, oh, she flipped out. Let's see here. Da, da, da. Yeah, I've seen people bring up the sexism of it all. And yes, that is true. This very was sexist. And actually, you know what? His fans did catch on in this one. I'm going to scroll through the comments real quick so y'all can see. And then we're going to take a quick break before we move on to the That's So Raven review, because we need a breather from this nonsense. All right. I don't need to destroy all of your brain cells quickly. All right. But let's see here. Someone said, God, yes, coming back to this after the recent obsession review. This makes a lot of sense. Okay, though, this is updated since I last looked. Mind you, it's about puberty, but okay. The lack of media literacy is absolutely foul. The movie isn't about periods. Exactly. Let's see if there's anybody. It is about puberty, but there's more to puberty than fucking periods. Like these two dummies right here, actually all of y'all, like everybody under here being like, but it's about puberty. Puberty is more than just your body changing and periods. It's about you going through emotional states, mental states. Hell, you even go through puberty more than once. Like, there's a point where where you can hit puberty like twice. A lot of people, I think people say like in your 30s you hit puberty again. Let me double check that real quick, because I'm like, yeah. So you can go like second puberty, or like a different puberty phase is typical for like hormonal changes as you get older, because your hormones will change as you get older. You know, people like to think that it's just one thing, but no, it's hormonal issues, body compositions, all kinds of shit can change as you get older. But a lot of people do experience a second kind of puberty in their 20s or in their 30s. Like, but like puberty is more than just physical changes and fucking periods. I thought we knew better than that, but I guess not. 8 months ago, I love how accurately this film portrays the deep cringe that is being a teenage girl. This is probably the best comment here, because yes. I don't know how many women Alex has been around. This analysis actually pissed me off, man. Like, yes, this is from 8 months ago. The panda allegory the panda is an allegory for period. The period is a one-time joke. The panda is an allegory for the side of herself that she's repressing because of her parents. Alex not knowing that this movie isn't about period is insane. It's about growing up. 5 days ago, oh, Alex, they were right about you. It's very clear that Alex has never been a teenage girl in middle school. Even like here, someone said 8 months ago, mind you. I don't think the red panda is just supposed to represent menstruation. I think it represents May's feelings that she can't really be herself at home around her parents, but she feels comfortable enough to transform around her friends and at school. It's also implied that she transformed a little earlier because of how much she repressed that side of herself. Yeah, everybody's like, this is reductive. Like, it's reductive. The way he missed the actual message of the movie is crazy. He misses. This is what I talk about when I'm like, how the hell did he get 4 million subs? And oh, this person saw the Encanto one too. And both of them agree. These two randoms agree. The Encanto one, watch the Encanto one, it will really piss you off. Encanto is shit, womp womp. Are you talking about the movie or the review? Because if this is about the review, I agree. Encanto isn't shit. But the fact that people know, like, he misses messages quite often. Not the first time, unfortunately. He does it on purpose. It's part of his persona. Even the motherfuckers that grift don't do it on purpose. They will genuinely believe that nonsense. Which is why this level of him missing the point cannot be because of his persona. I refuse to believe that. Like this person said, yes, but it hits a certain point where one loses precisely where the line is between getting it and not getting it. And even if he's not the target audience for this movie, he missed the point. Like this person said, I think it's okay when critics talk about movies that might not have been aimed at them, but I like it when they have a tiny disclaimer up front saying how it's just their opinion and interpretation. I don't know. Alex continued talking about menstruation as if it wasn't the most normal thing in the world, just rubbed me wrong. And the thing is that this wasn't a selling point for the movie online. It was just the fact that it got brought up. Like, funny how you demand we give nuance and complexity to male characters like Bear, but are so quick to strip this movie down to hey, periods. Oh, this was 4 days ago. Okay. This was one of the ones I saw. So this was like the first one I saw. And once again, this missing the fucking point of the generational trauma. The entire movie is actually about generational trauma, and we get hints of it with, did you see how she rolled her eyes at me? I'm her mother. Your mom's on the phone. I'm not here. And she falls into the couch. That was pretty early into the movie, too. Yes, him skipping the whole subplot with May's mom and her mother. And then be like, the generational trauma just came out of nowhere. It's reductive as hell. Like, oh my God. How did he get 4 million subs? He's been here 10 years. All right, let me show you this. He made his account in 2015. Which was right around that time where people were like, loud shit equals funny. So I can see him getting a bunch of subs then. But like, how he managed to rack them up since then, I'm fucking baffled. Genuinely, I'm baffled. All right, y'all. I think we need a break from this nonsense. So go get you something to drink, get a snack, go to the bathroom, and we are going to be tackling something that should be within his wheelhouse, which is a look at That's So Raven, a Disney Channel show that I grew up with, and I'm assuming a lot of you grew up with as well, that's supposed to be, this is the kind of stuff that he looks at, right? Nostalgic media, TV shows aimed for kids. So we got like, he reviewed like the zombie movies from Disney, Sunny with a Chance, Corey in the House, all that kind of stuff, right? That's his niche. He may not be good with movies or with more adult themed stuff, but this is supposed to be the thing that he's known for, right? Now, I haven't seen this video, but I can only imagine what it will be. So y'all go get you some snacks, get you something to drink, go to the bathroom, and we will be back in about 5 or so minutes. And just brace yourself. That's all I gotta say is brace yourself. Because God knows what we're in store for.
No turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. They do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule. Say that you never needed one headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. They do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule. Say that you never needed one headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. while the walls come tumbling down. They do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to hate it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule. Say that you never needed one headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. They do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to hate it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule. Say that you never needed one headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing else.
Hello, people. Welcome back. Gonna give people a couple minutes to file back in from whatever snack they were getting, from whatever drink they were refilling. Checking the chat. Oh my goodness. Hello, Cortis. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for being a fan. Oh, the gaming Truge. Hello. So for those who are just now joining us, the first half of the stream, we went through the painful, excruciating experience of going through Alex's Turning Red review, which made me see red again. This review pissed me off more than the Encanto review, because the Encanto review, I thought that maybe he was doing a bit by being this clueless, but then it was the Turning Red review that showed me, oh no, this is just how he is, and it pissed me off so bad. But I did talk to a friend earlier today who apparently she had seen his stuff before and absolutely can't stand the man. I only just found out about him. And she mentioned a Kim Possible review that he did. And I looked it up. It's for the live action movie that Disney did. It was just a Disney Channel original movie. I didn't see that, but I did see that he had a review for That's So Raven. And given that it seems that he mainly focuses on like Disney and Nickelodeon channel movies, a lot of kids or preteen media like Glee or Riverdale, this should be okay, right? This should be in his wheelhouse, right? I haven't seen this review, but if it's anything like the other nonsense that we just saw, my expectations, like the bar, is in hell with Lindsey Graham. All right, like I cannot. Like, I have been sipping on a bottle of soju this whole time because I needed a drink to help maybe calm me down. It didn't work. It didn't work if you were here for the first part of the stream, but oh god. All right, so I guess I'll give a little bit of a intro to That's So Raven. I don't know how many of y'all didn't like Phineas, you goof. You goofball. Also, hey Phineas. But I guess I'll give a review on That's So Raven because I don't know how many of y'all actually grew up on it. But That's So Raven was starring child actor Raven Simone, who she's had a very long career. A lot of people mainly know her as Olivia from The Cosby Show. And not to rag on her, but that's kind of when the show was on its decline. But anyway, she's been in the industry for a long time. And she had this hit show on Disney Channel. And when I say hit, it was a hit. And it was also like during the prime era of Disney when they were showing a lot of Black people, Black actors, Black shows like The Proud Family, stuff like that. Like they were not afraid of showing diversity, where nowadays they'd be afraid of being labeled as too woke or whatever, right? So That's So Raven was about a girl named Raven Baxter who had the ability to see into the future. She would only see like a snippet and maybe get like a little bit, like, let's say all of a sudden she couldn't control it. So she's walking down the hallway to class. All of a sudden she gets a vision and it's like somebody saying like, "You ruined my life, Raven. I can't stand you." And she's like, wait, huh? And so the whole plot of the episode is kind of like her either trying to get the vision to happen or get it not to happen. And kind of the wacky ways she goes about it and the vision happening anyway. So, whether she wants to or have it happen or not. But it lasted a long time, had a spinoff called Corey in the House. And it has another spinoff. I don't know if it's still airing right now. It might be called Raven's Home, where it's her and her son. I think she's a single parent in this show. But yeah, her and her son, and they brought Chelsea back. Orlando Bloom is a whole other topic, but he ain't there. And if you look up, you know why. But yeah, That's So Raven is very beloved, especially amongst millennials and probably the Gen Zers that watched Raven's Home and wanted to know how we got to this point. But we're gonna watch Alex look back on this show and see exactly what his take is on it. Now, once again, as a reminder, I will go back and read the chat after I'm done watching whatever it is I'm looking for. But if you feel so inclined to donate a super chat, I do get a little alert, and I can answer your question or read your comment immediately because I hear a wonderful little chime in my headphones when it happens. Oh, and before I go, I did just peek the chat. Yes, you are right. Raven Baxter was also a fashion designer. That's So Raven had like really wacky and wild and kind of chic, trendy 2000s fashion on the show. And yeah, almost every episode had her wearing a disguise. I think, and it's funny because I think Artis did a video about episodes explaining tokenism in media, and she used the episode from That's So Raven where it was like Raven was trying to get a job at just a shop in the mall and had a vision of the lady telling her like that she just didn't hire black people, right? So she was trying to figure out like how to get the woman to, say this to get the vision to come true. And in that episode, she disguises herself as like this middle-aged man. She had like a fat suit on and everything, and like a receding hairline wig. Like they got her in the most elaborate get-ups some of the time. Like it was just amazing. But all right, let's see what this nonce has to say. God damn. Oh wait, I can't say that. Nonce has a new meaning now. What's another word for moron that I can use? Nincompoop? Can we bring back nincompoop? If we're bringing back other stuff, can I bring back nincompoop? Well, we'll do that. All right, let's go.
The early 2000s on Disney Channel was really just like hit after hit. I mean, 2000 gave us Even Stevens, 2001 was Lizzie McGuire, 2002 was Kim Possible, and then 2003, Disney Channel gave us a show that's legacy would live on for way longer than anyone thought it would. That's So Raven. Now
I will say I did not know it's been that long. Golly, it's been over 20 years. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm old. Oh.
To be honest here, I was a big fan of this show back in the day. I mean, like, I was the prime demographic, 8th grade / high school freshman who had no friends and just watched Disney Channel until, like, I was 32, I guess. But as I like to do from time to time, I thought I might go back and see just how well this show has held up over the last, 17 years. So, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Now,
well, I'll skip the ad, but okay. I double checked when this was. So this review was 5 years ago. So maybe this is a different Alex from what we just saw. And maybe we can start to see what drew people to him in the first place. Before maybe he lost all his brain cells. That we saw in that last review. Let's see.
Now, it's 2020 and pretty much everyone knows what a VPN is. It protects you when you're on the internet. It stops your IP address from being hacked and your personal data getting
Yeah. Thank you, YouTube Premium. Jump ahead. All right.
Alex Myers to give Surfshark a try. Okay, back to the show. We start off meeting our main characters, Raven and her friend Eddie, and we see them from the point of view of their teacher, Mr. Petrocelli.
Here's one that everyone should know, but few do. The first capital of our country was... Mr. Thomas, you seem to have had time to chew on this one. is the capital of duh, which you seem to be the mayor of.
You know, I've always thought it was weird how like every school has these teachers who just hate kids and hate teaching. Like, why are you even here? Although at least they're not quite as bad as those teachers who have all those like posters in the classroom, you know, where it has like a cat walking on a pile of Legos or something. And it says like, every step forward isn't gonna be easy, but it's still worth it, probably. I don't know, my 12-year-old son made this in Photoshop. What's that got to do with a cat? So anyway, the teacher asked a
Wait. What? Oh, wait. What? What? Hold on. That can't just be me because of the soju. Hold on. I gotta replay this. Maybe I missed some shit. How did we get here? Okay, wait a minute.
school has these teachers who just hate kids and hate teaching. Like, why are you even here? Although at least they're not quite as bad as those teachers who have all those like posters in the classroom, you know, where it has like a cat walking on a pile.
Okay, so wait a minute. So first of all, I don't remember the first episode of That's So Raven, to be completely honest. But I don't think this guy hates teaching. I think he's just trying to find the most like he's kind of like, y'all ain't paying attention, are you? I see slacking off. I had teachers like that. And no, they were worse than the teachers with the motivational posters in the room. Like, and this does have to do with like a cat stepping on Legos, being in pain, to show like, yeah, you got to go through some stuff before you can get to the end. You know, like it's not gonna be easy. It's for kids. Like his jokes suck. His jokes suck, y'all. Like his jokes are ass. That's straight ass. This is booty
like
butt
posters
cheeks.
in the classroom, you know, where it has like a cat walking on a pile of Legos or something. And it says like, every step forward isn't gonna be easy, but it's still worth it, probably. I don't know, my 12-year-old son made this in Photoshop. What's that got to do with a cat? So anyway, the teacher asks a few more questions that Raven doesn't know the answer to, and thus does not raise her hand. Now, if there's one thing that teachers love more than leaning over the desk of the person next to you like this for some reason, it's embarrassing kids who don't have their hands up because, you know, when you've been teaching the same topics for like 20 years, you gotta make your own fun.
Miss Fast.
I don't have my hand up.
Exactly.
When my hand is up, I know the answer, and when my hand is down, I don't know the answer. Let me explain.
The answer, which is electricity, which led to the light bulb, which is obviously not going off in your head.
All right, Raven. You really told Petrocelli off.
Oh yeah, also, in case you haven't seen the show or forgot for some reason, Raven has these special superpowers where she can see out-of-context visions of the future. For some reason, that's never really explained once in the show. Like, I mean, she can just do this. But whatever. Anyway, she has this...
Now, like I said, it's been a minute since I've seen the show. But I swear they explained how she could do that. Let me look this up because I swear to God, that there was, yeah, like, let me see here. I swear in the show they told her that. Or maybe man, all of this is showing me Raven from Teen Titans. I hate Google search now so much. But I feel like she, let me try one more time. Come on, you. No, not that one. Oh my God. I can't stand y'all. I keep getting Raven from DC. Leave me alone. Yeah. So hold on. I done found the Disney fan wiki. Appearance, ba-da-da. Oh, go back. Okay, so this says that Raven once learns that her grandma Viv, Jennifer Lewis, is also a psychic. It is then shown that the psychic gene is on Tanya's side of the family and assumed to be a chick thing passed down to every female. But this may not be an accurate description, as her mother didn't inherit the abilities, and Raven's son Booker later does. So that implies to me that she had to have, like, it had to have been a thing, like, in the show. Wait, this was based in Chicago? What? Hold on. Oh, this is the perfect time to show y'all something. Wait a minute. I gotta go grab it. Oh my God, That's So Raven's based in Chicago. He's gonna love this. So for those of you who don't know, I'm friends with Crimson Ender, and every time I mention, he's Canadian, and every time I mention like the city or something, he puts up that Chicago mention meme, and and I said something recently where I was like, I know that every time you see me talk about the city, you imagine this, and it's just somebody like gripping a Chicago hot dog like it owes him money. And he made me this meme. And I fucking love it so much. And this is the perfect time to show it. Where is it? Where is it? Give it to me. Give it to me. So much stuff. I'm trying to find it, but it's like buried in all these comments about Alex's this fucking obsession review. So sorry. Where is it? I need to see it. I love it so much. Damn, we talked about this a lot. Damn, we really didn't talk about this a lot. Hot shit. Here we go. Oh, I love this so much. Y'all are gonna love it too. I just know it, because you're probably like, damn, Kyla, is it that good to be wasting all this time? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. I love this shit so much. All right. Look at this. It's so good. Look at it. So much. Let's go. Chicago mention. Oh my God. I gotta have this like on standby now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have this on standby now. In my OBS. Give me a second. Give me a second. Rename this. I love this so much. Thank you, Krim. It's amazing. Thank you so much. But okay, That's So Raven said in Chicago. Chicago mention. Woo! Okay. All right. Oh, okay. But yeah, so the show does explain all that for this. The show does explain how Raven got her abilities. Why he's He might be misremembering. I don't know. I had to go look it up myself, so we'll give him a point. You know, we won't dock that against him, but she gets it from her mother's side, essentially.
Oh yeah, also, in case you haven't seen the show or forgot for some reason, Raven has these special superpowers where she can see out-of-context visions of the future. For some reason, that's never really explained once in the show. Like, I mean, she can just do this. But whatever. Anyway, she has this vision of everyone congratulating her on really sticking it to the teacher for whatever reason, and she maybe sort of kind of gets an idea.
So unless you have anything else to waste class time with...
As a matter of fact, I do. But see, I had my hand up many a times today, but you only called on me when I did not know the answer. And I know why. Because you have more fun embarrassing us than teaching us. And trust me, the whole class got my back on this one right here.
So as you might imagine, Raven gets in trouble for her little escapade, shall we say, and now the teacher wants to sit down with her and her parents after school the next day.
It's probably, you know, the wrong time to be talking about this, right? Right. And maybe, you know, after school we can toss it around a little bit.
Good idea. Why don't you and I toss it around tomorrow after school? And hey, let's toss in your parents, too.
But you know, back in my time... I can't believe I just said that. Back in my time, whenever your parents came in, they were always like, don't you dare talk back to your teachers. But now apparently it's all flipped on its head. And parent-teacher conferences are like, why are you failing my son? Well...
Sir, it was like that before. I mean, it was like that before. I knew many a knucklehead going to school who would act up all crazy and their mother would come in and defend them. It was mainly like the little class clown boys who would do that all the time. I knew one that was really bad and his mom was like, he wouldn't do anything like that, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, another one who was like that, his mama stayed on his neck. And it was just so interesting to see. But no, it's always been like that, fella.
He never shows up to class and hasn't passed a single test all year. How is that so? Well, why haven't you been dedicating all your free time specifically to helping my son and ignoring all the other kids? And yes, I do drink out of a glass that says live, laugh, love while wearing a shirt that says proud dog mother and wine lover, in case you couldn't tell. But all the same, now Raven has to think of a plan to tell her parents that she got in trouble for basically just giving her teacher a bad Yelp review. But if she tells them straight up what's going on, then she might get in trouble. So she goes to the one person she can rely on above anyone else.
I need a master in deceit and the art of psychological manipulations. That's why I came to you.
You made a wise choice. This little trick works on Mom and Dad every time. I call it the 3 C's. Cuddle, compliment, and the ever-popular cry.
Well, I'm actually only really good at like one of those things, but whatever, I'll figure it out. Now,
hold on, let me look at this.
Popular cry.
Well, I'm actually...
Yeah, emotional maturity is definitely a 3, but I don't think I'd make that a dash. I'd make it a negative. So, we'll see. We'll see, like...
Only really good at like one of those things, but whatever, I'll figure it out. Now, right that moment, Raven's brother Corey gets in trouble for something at school, and we get to see his 3 C's method in action when their parents call him downstairs for a little talking to.
Do you know who I just got off the phone with? You have been acting up in class again.
Corey?
Angry voice.
Corey? We are very disappointed in you.
Stay with me. Don't you go cuddling up to him or giving us any of your lame compliments, and don't you even think about crying.
Don't even think about crying. I mean, how else am I even supposed to start my day if I can't wake up and cry for 3 hours? But anyway, now that Raven sees that...
Once again, these jokes aren't funny. It's just there. Like I like it like even though this video is 5 years ago, so this is pre-obsession, pre-Encanto, pre-turning red, pre any other bad takes he had, this just ain't funny. This ain't funny.
Corey's method doesn't actually work. She decides to just come clean to her parents and tell them the truth about what happened.
I mean, he's just a kid and kids make mistakes.
Was she just defending her brother?
I think so.
Do you know what I think we're seeing here? A more mature, responsible young lady. The new Raven.
It's not really the new Raven, really. Really the same old Raven.
Your grades have been good. You've been helping out around the house.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we were called down to school because you were, I don't know, mouthing off about something.
Well, never mind, because now that her parents think she's turned over a new leaf and she's being so mature and responsible and whatever, she has to come up with some other way to get her teacher to talk to her parents about what happened, but without him actually talking to her parents, you know what I mean? And then this happens. Oh my goodness. Mid-2000s, you never disappoint, do you? I mean, how did Raven and Josh Peck's alter egos not have their own spin-off at some point? I mean, come on, it writes itself. Also, quick aside here, but Raven's fake mom sure is dragging that wagon, you know what I'm saying? So Raven gets all dressed up like a Tyler Perry character and goes to talk to her teacher about what she did the day before and hopefully smooth everything over, and her parents will be none the wiser. I mean, there's no way this could possibly backfire, right?
I'm Tanya Baxter, Raven's mother.
Thanks for coming.
Anything for my baby's favorite teacher. I know this is about my baby getting talkative in class, and she assures me that she's very sorry and it'll never happen again.
I need to speak with you and Raven together.
Wow, shucks. The next chunk of the episode, we get this very typical Disney Channel scene where Raven has to go back and forth pretending to be both her mom and... Next chunk of the episode, we get...
Okay, lots of yelling and running back and forth. The only way I can get this girl to date me is to wait for her to be very emotionally... Nigga, what? What? Wait. Audience goes wild with a character does a small dips. Yeah. What? This middle part for the things in every Disney Channel show. What? Huh? What led you to this observation, sir? What?
Get this very typical Disney Channel scene where Raven has to go back and forth pretending to be both her mom and herself, but eventually it all gets to be a bit too much for our little Mr. 90-Day Fiancé over here, and the problem kind of just solves itself.
I'm a busy man, Mrs. Baxter.
Yeah.
I've talked to you, I've talked to your daughter, and now I'm going home to talk to myself and ask why I ever became a teacher.
Well, does that mean you're through? You don't want to see Raven?
I don't need to see anyone anymore, except maybe my mother.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is just give your teacher a mental breakdown / existential crisis and you can...
Okay, so first of all, the auto-generated captions really fucked that up. Second of all, one of the things that is a hallmark of Disney Channel shows is always something, the wackiness, the zaniness, and he kind of goes into that. So yeah, this isn't like out of the ordinary for the show or any show at Disney,
I guess. Thanks, Disney Channel. Now, right after the teacher leaves for the day, Raven's all dancing around and congratulating herself, but guess who walks right in the classroom like 5 seconds later?
Excuse me, we're looking for Mr. Petrocelli. We're Raven Baxter's parents.
So Raven tries to keep up the facade for as long as she can, but they figure out pretty quick that this black woman might not actually be Mr. Petrocelli, and finally, the truth comes out.
If Raven was having a problem at school, why didn't she come to us about it?
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts about that, Ms. Petrocelli?
Well, if I was Raven,
Which I'm not.
maybe she would be afraid to come to you because she thinks that you want her to be perfect, she said to me.
We don't expect her to be perfect.
Yes, you do. You even called her the new Raven.
You know, this kind of weird, like, gaslighting logic has always been so funny to me. Well, yeah, okay, I know what I did was wrong, but it's actually your fault because I knew there would be consequences for my actions and I didn't want to face them. So maybe you should just have no standards and put up with my behavior. Okay, you ever thought of that? And so they all come together.
You know what? This, funny enough, explains how we got to turning red. Oh, hey, Aunt. Welcome to the madhouse. Because God help me, what the hell is going on? But actually, you know what? This explains how we got turning red in Encanto. Like, let me run that back for y'all. Let me run that back.
she said to me.
We don't expect her to be perfect.
Yes, you do. You even called her the new Raven.
You know, this kind of weird, like, gaslighting logic has always been so funny to me. Well, yeah, okay, I know what I did was wrong, but it's actually your fault because I knew there would be consequences for my actions and I didn't want to face them. So maybe you should just have no standards and put up with my behavior. Okay, you ever thought of that? And so they all come.
That explain this. Y'all, this is like the puzzle piece being fit in. This explains why he has the take that he has about turning red. This is like literally that. Oh my God. Because the whole point of this episode that he is reduced down to just really like not even like the bare bones, it's just random elements of it is it's fucking that Raven thinks that her parents have like this perfect idea of her and they expect a lot out of her and she doesn't want to let them down, and having to be called back to the school for something that she did is just gonna have them be like, oh yeah, well, we should have known better than to expect more of you. Kind of like in Turning Red, where Mei Mei's mom has high expectations of her daughter and refuses to really see who she is between all of that. And Mei Mei feels like she has to keep up this expectation, this facade of what her mother believes her to be in order to keep their relationship all right. He just boils it down to Raven gaslighting her parents because she knows she did something wrong. But to Raven, she didn't do anything wrong. She was already kind of going in on the teacher about him calling on students who didn't know the answers to kind of like get a gotcha for him. And like she was already on that thing. She thought maybe she would get back up that time around. Like this whole scene. Hold on, let me go back. This whole scene right here where she already kind of talks back to him before she gets the vision.
Electricity, which led to the light bulb, which is obviously not going off in your head.
All right, Raven. You really told Petrocelli off.
Oh yeah, also in case you haven't seen the show or forgot for
oh,
some
yeah,
reason,
this
Raven has these
nonsense
special
again.
superpowers where she can see out
Where
of
we found out
context
the
visions
show
of the
does
she has this
say
vision
it.
of everyone congratulating her on really sticking it to the teacher for whatever reason, and she maybe sort of kind of gets an idea.
So unless you have anything else to waste class time with...
As a matter of fact, I do. But see, I had my hand up many a times today, but you only called on me when I did not know the answer. And I know why. Because you have more fun embarrassing us than teaching us. And trust me, the whole class got my back on this one right here.
So as you might imagine, Raven gets in trouble for
I
her
think
little
he might have
escapade,
cut
shall we say.
out part
And now
of
the
it
teacher
for
wants
that
to sit down with her
dumbass
and
joke
her
he
parents
made
after school
earlier,
tonight.
which was this random ass joke. Like,
Has a few more questions that Raven doesn't know the answer to, and thus does not raise her hand. Now, if there's one thing that teachers love more than leaning over the desk of the person next to you like this for some reason, it's
like, what the fuck did that have to do with anything? Like, confusion. But the whole point of this episode is like Raven is it establishes that Raven is very outspoken. She is not afraid to speak her mind, and she can also do some pretty wacky things, you know, when she shows up to do the parent-teacher conference dressed like this. But also that she really has, like, you know, she is afraid of, like, she's a typical teenager, afraid of what her parents would say, afraid of getting in trouble, all this other stuff. And her visions can kind of screw up how she interacts and goes through her life. But, like, this take right here, which, funny enough, oh, God, I'm afraid to know what this is right here. This bump. God help me.
The new Raven.
You know, this kind of weird, like, gaslighting logic has always been so funny to me. Well, yeah, okay, I know what I did was wrong, but it's actually your fault because I knew there would be consequences for my actions and I didn't want to face them. So maybe you should just have no standards and put up with my behavior. Okay, you ever thought of that? And so they all come together and have a little kumbaya moment.
Maybe we're not doing our jobs as parents.
Raven thinks you're doing a great job.
Really?
Really.
Victor, look! It's Raven!
Holy cow. It is.
And that's where the episode ends, with the show going on from 2003 to 2007 with a spin-off about Cory called Cory in the House, which also happens to be Game of the Year every year. And just recently they made a sequel called Raven's Home on Disney Channel, which is still going on right now. But you know, I gotta say, of all the Disney Channel shows I've gone back to watch with these videos, this one probably holds up the best. I mean, like, it's really weird. I'm not...
So wait a minute. Wait. Huh? So hold up. He just did episode 1. He didn't even like look at the series as a whole and go into. All right, y'all. All right. Let me give you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, right? So, I'm actually working on a big review of the TV show Good Times because I wanted to look at the animated reboot that they did for Netflix, which caused a lot of controversy. And I wanted to go back and watch the original show and then compare it to the new show and kind of do like a review of Good Times. And then also, can you actually reboot this nowadays? Because it was so specific. It talks about a lot of deeper things, whatever, blah, 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 and whatever. But I'm breaking it down into sections, talking about characters and their development, highlighting certain episodes from different seasons, and I'm trying to like figure out how to do that. And his takeaway from the whole series of That's So Raven is he just did a piss poor overview of season 1. Not season 1, my bad, episode 1 of season 1. And then decides to and then just wraps it up with, oh yeah, this show went on from 03 to 07, and it and it's still good. But what's good about it? What are you like? What did you like? Let me let him finish talking because I'm trying to figure this out.
It's Raven.
Holy cow. It is.
And that's where the episode ends, with the show going on from 2003 to 2007 with a spin-off about Cory called Cory in the House, which also happens to be Game of the Year every year. And just recently they made a sequel called Raven's Home on Disney Channel, which is still going on right now. But you know, I gotta say, of all the Disney Channel shows I've gone back to watch with these videos, this one probably holds up the best. I mean, like, it's really weird, I'm not gonna lie, but surprisingly enough, it's still actually pretty watchable. First, want to give a big congratulations to Emily for being one of the top 3 people to finish all 200 levels of my game on the App Store, so congrats.
That was it! That was it! And the last 2 minutes is just him talking about the fucking app that he made. No. Where's the end? No. What? No. 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 Somebody's bullshitting me. Somebody's fucking with me. Ain't no goddamn way. He just said, oh, it was still good, but you know, it was weird, but it's still good. It's got these spinoffs, and that's I shit you not. I shit you not. This is how he wraps up. He just gave a piss poor review of the first episode with bad jokes. And this was 5 years ago. The same bad, lame jokes. Like, and
best.
then
I mean, like, it's really weird, I'm not gonna lie, but surprisingly enough, it's still actually pretty watchable. First, want to give a big congratulations to Emily for being one of the top 3 people to finish all 200 levels of my game on the App Store, so...
It's watchable! And then he thanks the person who finished all 200 levels of his app, his game app, and drew her cat in a crummy style for a bad joke. But oh, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Oh. Nigga, what the fuck was that? And the next 2 minutes is just him doing this.
Congratulations to you. Starting December 1st, we're going to have another contest where from December 1st to December 10th, the total cumulative score that you get by playing levels 60 to 70 will all be added together, and the top 3 people with the highest score will also get to be characters in upcoming videos as well. So you have about a week to practice and get ready.
How the fuck would you know if you're a character? They all look the same. Which one of these is supposed to be all girl? I'm not trying to be fucking funny. Which one of these is supposed to be the fucking winner of the 200 something? Get to have your own character. Oh yeah, you could be light brown haired or dark brown hair. Like, oh, what is this? What is this? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Oh, help, help. No, the cat is more distinguishable. Wait a minute. That face, that's how I feel. This is how I feel right now. Come on, man. It's probably, my computer's already fed up. It's hot and it's probably overheating, but like it don't even want to play this back because it's so goddamn stupid. I can't fucking believe that. I don't know if Ant's still in here, but like I think my computer really said no, bitch. I can't. It won't even go back. But the thing is, too, is like this. Would this even be the pilot? Like, this would be the pilot episode. Like, maybe watch the first 5. Like, I've seen. That's how I feel right here. That's how I feel. Like, this whole shit feels like even some reviews of stuff review the first 5 episodes. Like, even the fucking, like, okay, right here, the Cinema Snob. When he does TV show reviews, he'll do like maybe the first 5 episodes, or the first 2, or however many there are. You did the pilot. They didn't even have all the fucking characters in it. And you didn't even talk about them. You didn't even talk about Corey like that, his personality. There was no Chelsea. Like, there was no Raven's nemesis, who ended up being the principal at the school in the spinoff Raven's Home. Like, what the
congratulations to you. Starting December 1st, we're going to have another contest where from December 1st to December 10th, the total cumulative score that you get by playing levels 60 to 70 will all be added together, and the top 3 people with the highest score will also get to be characters in upcoming videos as well. So you have about a week to practice and get ready. If that appeals to you, good luck. You know, something about this show that kind of surprised me just because I haven't seen it in a long time. And like, you know, like, okay, so like watching back all these old Disney Channel shows and like, and, you know, just like tween shows in general, one thing that comes up a lot And this is true even today with like Riverdale and stuff, where it's like the kids are either they're normal kids or they're like, you know, super smart and like way more mature than like kids their age should actually be. And then the adults in the show are always just like complete bumbling idiots, you know? I mean, it's from, you know, obviously the show is made from like a kid's perspective where it's like parents just don't understand. They don't know what it's really like and they're just dumb and they don't get it. But that's so Raven. At least, you know, at the beginning, I haven't seen the entire show in a long time, obviously, but watching it back, even just a pilot episode, it's like the parents are normal people, which is a weird thing.
So you decide to stick this analysis at the fucking end of the video where you're just mouthing off about your app, your game app, and whatever the fuck.
Be surprised by it, but it's like, you know, like they just act like normal people. Like you know, they're not like these idiot adults like you see in most shows. It's like they totally are aware of what's going on. They're one step ahead of the kids. Like they're not, you know, like they get it. They're like regular people. They're funny. They're smart. They're intelligent. And I was just like, I don't know why it surprised me so much, but it's like I feel like that doesn't happen very much in these types of shows. Now again, maybe nowadays things are a bit different. You know, like with the sequel Raven's Home, obviously Raven is still kind of the main character, and so I'm sure she's not like a complete idiot, obviously. Anyway, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Let me know what videos, you know, TV shows, movies, whatever I should do. Email me at
I gotta see. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Chelsea wasn't in the pilot. He didn't mention, no mention of the theme song. Yeah, okay, even in the comments. I should have just scrolled to the comments because somebody found it. Apparently, Raven's powers are genetical. Are genetic because her grandma had the powers revealed in one episode of the original show. And see, so it was in the show, but you ain't watching it. You ain't even watched 5 episodes in. It is slightly explained. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's a couple people are just like, they literally tell us in the series that it runs in the family. Maybe if you watch beyond the fucking pilot, you would know that. Yeah, and like, even if the show was weird, it still taught important lessons on like racism and body image with which Disney now could never. Like, if you're gonna look back at the show, maybe talk about that. Oh my God. Yeah, mainly people chewing him out for that. It never explains how she got her powers. Which... And yeah, see, like this point about, okay, the adults in sitcoms, that's a good point. But why the fuck are you sticking it at the end of the video? Put it in there when the parents show up. Cause if I gotta sit through a fucking ad for your app, which just looks like Bejeweled but worse, to hear a decent point, I'm not gonna keep doing that. Like, people in the comments are giving more reason to watch this. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's the summary of this stream with Alex. The 3 C's of Alex. Confusion, compliment, cry about how fast his life went downhill. That's it. That's it. Because I don't fucking understand how, like, Oh, I'm afraid to look at his other stuff. I don't know how he got this fucking popular. This shit is an anomaly. And it must be studied. Because even 5 years ago, that was his take? Popular videos. I had never seen Descendants. I've never seen Tall Girl. Shark Boy and Lava Girl is pretty easily, like, it's a weird one. Oh no. Oh no, not Mean Girls. Oh God, do I dare? Do I dare? Do I want to? Do I feel like it? Do I hate myself that much? All right, we'll do Mean Girls real quick, but I swear to God, this is the last one because I can't keep putting up with this. I'm getting a headache. Like this man is giving me a fucking headache. Oh. This is also one from 5 years ago. So this is before that, around the time of the Raven's
What a time
home.
to be alive. Social media barely existed. Video games were actually good. I looked like this and was somehow confused as to why I couldn't get a girlfriend. But also, Mean Girls came out. And it kind of just like completely changed what we think of as teen movies. You see, before this, you had those like teen raunch movies of the 80s and 90s. You had John Hughes movies, that kind of thing. But Mean Girls just kind of like changed.
John Hughes movies were not raunch. In fact, this, if we're going to make a comparison, Mean Girls is kind of like almost like a parody of one of those type of movies, not a direct parallel with a John Hughes coming of age movie. You know, it's not like Ferris Bueller or 16 Candles or anything like that. But it has more what I feel to be, while stereotypical and strong in like characters, obvious, like they're playing certain roles, is what I mean. Sorry, listening to him is melting my brain a lot. But archetypes, that's what I'm looking for. Archetypes. They're not like, I lost my point because what he said made no fucking sense. Like because listen to this shit and watch how your brain will melt.
How confused as to why I couldn't get a girlfriend. But also, Mean Girls came out. And it kind of just like completely changed what we think of as teen movies. You see, before this, you had those like teen raunch movies of the 80s and 90s. You had John Hughes movies, that kind of thing. But Mean Girls just kind of like changed the game forever, showing us that movies about teenagers in high school could actually be, kind of good. Now, apparently no one else got
like, what? John Hughes movies are good. Breakfast Club is a quintessential movie. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Hell, I would even say Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a very quintessential movie compared to this. And there's another one that I'm thinking of that oh my God, he really is giving me a headache. What's the one I'm thinking about? No. Where is it? No. God damn it, Empire. Let me just... Oh, I'll go to Letterboxd. Thank you, Letterboxd. Like, when I think of coming of age movies, like, they're not all raunchy teenage comedies. Like, I don't know where he's getting this from. Like, while Mean Girls did change the game, it's not like it was like, oh, this is it. You know, like, we still had stuff like But I'm a Cheerleader. What year did But I'm a Cheerleader come out? I'm just, oh my God. Chasing Amy. Let's see, A Walk to Remember. That's not the one I'm thinking of, but there's another one. Shit. What is it? He's, like I said, he's giving me a headache. American Graffiti. That's another one. That's not the one I was thinking of either, but that's also a good one. But let me not get on this. But I like, what are you on about? Already, I will say he has a talent for just letting you know how fucking idiotic the take he's gonna have will be. Like, like, the minute it comes, like, the minute we only 25 seconds in, and you know his take is about to be fucking stupid. Heathers, that was it. Heathers. I don't know why I couldn't think of Heathers. Thank you so much, Hermie. Thank you. It was Heathers. Oh my God, I was racking my fucking brain. Thank you.
The memo, because since Mean Girls, there's been about like 1,100,000,000 teen high school movies, but only like 4 good ones, maybe. So the question is, why is Mean Girls so good? And why is it still the best teen high school movie, even like almost 20 years later? Well, let's take a walk.
But it was, but fucking, oh my God, my head. This man is gonna give me an aneurysm. I can't do this. Can't do this. What are you talking about? They did it. Like, teen movies are always gonna be a fucking thing. Teen high school movies will always be a thing. They didn't just start like a boom. Now, it can be argued that there are people who try to do the comedy style of Mean Girls and failed, but there have been more people who do, like, teen comedies are always a thing that people will do. In fact, one that is still popular to this day was Booksmart, and that came out in 2019. Like, what are you on about? Legit, what are you on about? I'm so fucking like I haven't put my glasses on since the Turn Them Red review because I keep putting my head in my hands. And I'm just like, this dumb son of a bitch.
Really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Somehow, it's 2021. Pretty much everyone knows what a VPN is. It protects you when you're on the internet. It stops your IP address.
It's not protecting me from this shit.
Alex Myers to give Surfshark a try. Okay, back to the show.
I wish a shark ate me.
This is our main character, Katie, played by a real up-and-comer with a no doubt bright future, Lindsay Lohan.
I'm 16, and until today, I was homeschooled. I know what you're thinking. Homeschooled kids are freaks.
XYLOCARP. Stylocarp.
Or that we're weirdly religious or something.
And on the 3rd day, God created the Remington bolt-action rifle so that man could fight the dinosaurs and the homosexuals.
Wait, this movie's from 2004? This could have come out last year. Anyway, so Katie's family used to be research zoologists in Africa, and thus Katie was homeschooled for basically her entire life. But then her mom lost her job, and now they've moved to wherever town USA. You know, the kind of place in the Midwest where people eat as if they can actually afford to go to the hospital. All the same, today's Katie's first day at not just...
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Place in the Midwest where people eat as if they can actually afford to go to the hospital.
Before you all throw a fit, I grew up in the Midwest, okay? So just hush up and eat your fried butter on a stick or whatever. Okay, but once again, what's the fucking joke? What's the joke? Because, okay, they eat like... Well, I'm in the Midwest. I'm literally in the Midwest, okay? I'll put this back up again to make a point. I'm from Chicago, and that's actually where Mean Girls is set. So, hey, Chicago, not Chicago. Where is Mean Girls set? I can't remember now. This man, I literally just took an ibuprofen because this man is giving me a headache. But like fucking, but like I'm trying to understand what the joke is, because you're not showing like the fair food. You're not showing like the deep fried Oreos or the state fair food or like deep dish pizza or corn casserole or Midwest salads that aren't salads, that have a lot of marshmallow fluff and jello in them. Like what's the joke? What's the joke? What is the joke?
All the same, today's Katie's first day at not just her new school, but any school ever. But I mean, come on, how bad could it be? I'm sure it's gonna be just a totally normal school with, you know, kids setting their Trapper Keepers on fire and that one girl who just rollerblades everywhere and says things like, yeah, you know, I don't take showers because soap kills germs, but they have a right to live too, you know. So yeah, today's gonna be a great
What is the joke?
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Is everything all right in here?
Oh, yeah.
So, how was your summer?
I got divorced.
Oh. My carpal tunnel came back.
Oh yeah, same thing happened to me back when I was in high school and I just spent like 90% of my time Oh, I get it. Anyway, so the school day starts and Katie's getting a real crash course in what America...
Wait, what? Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I just... All right, we gotta... Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my God. Oh.
And schools are really like...
The first day of school was a blur. A stressful, surreal blur. I got in trouble for the most random things.
Where are you going?
Oh, I have to go to the bathroom.
You need the lavatory pass.
Okay, can I have the lavatory pass?
Nice try.
You know, I never thought about this till recently, but like, how weird is it that in school you need someone else's permission to go to the bathroom? Like, what is this, prison?
I had never lived in a world where adults didn't trust me, where they were always yelling at me.
Don't read ahead.
No green pen.
No food in class.
Bleiben Ihren Bogen an den Platz.
I've never understood what it is about teachers and just how they love to find things to get upset about. Hey, you got a hall pass? Well, no, but I was just gonna...
7 weeks detention or I cut your fingers off. You brought this on yourself.
Or just like how all the male teachers are so concerned about the length of girls' skirts, you know, like just always on the lookout for those harlots showing off their kneecaps and collarbones. Definitely something a very well-adjusted person would do. And of course, who could forget the wonders of the U.S. health education curriculum?
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
Anyway, so Katie's first day doesn't really go so well. She ends up eating lunch in the bathroom and still has no friends, kind of like my first day of high school, and every day after that. I don't want to talk about it. But the next day at school, we get to meet two other main characters of this movie, Janice and Damien.
Is that your natural hair color?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
See, this is the color I want.
This is Damien. He's almost too gay to function.
Nice to meet you.
Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of?
Your mom's chest hair.
So this makes up our trio of main characters, the new girl, the goth girl, and the gay friend. Now they might just seem like your average cookie-cutter teen movie archetypes, but throughout the movie we get to see how there's just so much more depth to them as people. You know, unlike most Netflix teen movies where every single character is a one-dimensional wooden plank with their personality spray-painted across their face, and have the emotional depth of a kiddie pool that's basically more urine than water at this point. But in opposition to these
really? Okay, so... It's funny he mentions this because one movie that directly is almost like a spiritual sequel to this movie would be Do Revenge. Now, let me pull that up real quick. All right, so Do Revenge was a movie that came out, God, when did it come out? What year was that? I remember it right before lockdown, or was it after? Oh, 2022. Okay. 2022, it was like a movie that was a direct kind of spiritual successor to Mean Girls, and really referenced a lot of stuff that the movie did or brought up, especially when it came to girls and kind of this pettiness between them, and getting to see more of each of the characters. And you do that especially with the supposed like mean popular girl who is using this the outside loser girl who's ostracized mainly for being a lesbian, using her to help her get revenge on this dude in the middle who leaked something very personal that she shared with him, which I will not say because YouTube will get me. But you see a lot of their development and also their like different sides to them, especially her, as you realize why she's doing this and like just how almost out of touch she feels in this position that she's supposed to be, with being like the petty and what you call it, very into it rich mean girl archetype she's supposed to fit in. So like that's kind of but also I don't think he's, let's see, about 5 years ago, that's, what did he say, 2022, when he did that ad read? Yeah, so this movie would have been out. So you know what though, I'm expecting too much. I'm expecting too much from him.
To meet three other
I need to
people you should
blow
know
my
about,
shit
plastics.
down.
Who are the plastics?
They're teen royalty.
That one there, that's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. That's Gretchen Wieners.
She's totally rich because her dad invented toaster strudel.
Evil takes a human form in Regina George. Don't be fooled, because she may seem like your typical selfish, backstabbing, slut-faced hoe bag.
Oh, right, yeah, one of those, sure. So after this, we get yet another lunchroom scene where Katie doesn't really know where to sit or how the hierarchy at the school works, but then you'll never guess what happens when she walks by the plastics table.
Wait. Sit down. Why don't I know you? I'm new. I just moved here from Africa. What? I used to be homeschooled. So you've actually never been to a real school before? Shut up. I didn't say anything. You're like really pretty. Thank you. So you agree? What? You think you're really pretty?
Well, I mean, compared to you with that albatross wingspan of a collar you got going on there, yeah, I'd say I'm doing pretty well for myself, all things considered. So what ends up happening is, for whatever reason, they decide to absorb Katie into their group. And Janice over here couldn't be happier.
God, okay, you have to do it, okay? And then you have to tell me all of the horrible things that Regina says.
Regina seems sweet.
Regina George is not sweet. She's a scum-sucking road horse.
Huh. Well, when you put it like that, I'm starting to think you might not like her so much, Janice. But you know, I don't think insults like this really even faze girls all that much anymore. Like, if you really want to mess with her head, just be totally honest and tell her that she dresses like a divorced soccer mom with 2 kids who would rather spend time with their dad, and the only date she can get is with Rodney down the street, who doesn't believe in television and makes taxidermy mermaids in his free time. Now that's gonna keep her up at night. Anyway, so now that Katie can get behind enemy lines, so to speak, Janice has a little idea.
Regina, you seem to really hate her.
Yes. What's your question?
Well, my question is, why?
Regina started this rumor that Jennifer...
Damien! Shall we not? No, look, this isn't about hating her, okay? I just think that it would be like a fun little experiment if you were to hang out with them and then tell us everything that they say.
You know, because Janice over here is totally one of those alt girls who's like cool and chill and definitely...
Oh, hold on, let me...
overly obsessed with Regina George. Kind of like the way I totally have not spent the last 6 months trying to figure out what Dylan Sprouse has been doing between the Sweet Life movie and then appearing in After 2 of all things. But
Oh, God damn it. Okay. All right. So, shit. This is the... God damn. All right. I'm baffled at this, especially given how many years it's been since Mean Girls that people have finally realized that actually the Mean Girls involved were not just Regina George, but also I just forgot her name. Like I said, I just took an ibuprofen too, because literally this man is giving me a headache. I stopped drinking a while ago. It's just been this. But she was actually a mean girl because she took and manipulated Lindsay Lohan's character into being her revenge puppet, kind of like in Do Revenge, although Do Revenge is more obvious in that parallel. And the girl, too, who's being used knows it and kind of like strikes a deal with her, everything for like a mutual whatever. But the irony is that Regina actually seemed to want to be friends with Katie. That's her name, Katie. But just couldn't. She couldn't. And it's like, you know, she couldn't in the way that she was and like in her position and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. And how she viewed other people around her or how they acted. Katie was really the only one out of her friend group that kind of told her like it was. And I think that's why she respected her more than the other two, right? But this girl uses Katie to fulfill her own selfish needs. And that comes out through the movie. But he's not picking up on that. At least not right now. And I don't think he ever will. Because this is what he says.
Experiment if you were to hang out with them and then tell us everything that they say.
You know, because Janice over here is totally one of those alt girls who's like cool and chill and definitely not overly obsessed with Regina George. Kind of like the way I totally have not spent the last 6 months trying to figure out what Dylan Sprouse has been doing between the Sweet Life movie and then appearing in After 2 of all things. But all the same, this is the main plot thread of the movie, with Katie having to infiltrate the plastics and learn their secrets.
Have you seen any guys that you think you're cute yet?
Well, there's this guy in my calculus class.
Who is it? It's a senior?
His name's Aaron Samuels.
No. No, you can't like Aaron Samuels. That's Regina's ex-boyfriend. They went out for a year. Ex-boyfriends are just off limits to friends. I mean, that's just like the rules of feminism. Don't worry, I'll never tell Regina what you said. It'll be our little secret.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. If there's one thing I learned from being friend-zoned by every girl in my high school, it's that when a girl says that and makes this face, it's already too late for you.
Yeah. Let's play that back. What did he say?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. If there's one thing I learned from being friend-zoned by every girl in my high school, it's that when a girl says that and makes this...
From being friend-zoned by every girl in my high school. He just always been like this, huh? He just always been like this, huh? Once again, another piece of the puzzle comes in and falls perfectly into place. Because, excuse me?
It's already too late for you.
Hello?
I know your secret.
Oh God, busted. Just start apologizing and crying. No, play it cool. Secret? What are you saying about?
Gretchen told me that you like Aaron Samuels. I mean, I don't care. Do whatever you want. But let me just tell you something about Aaron. All he cares about is school and his mom and his friends.
What a loser, caring about stuff like school and his mom. What's next? Is he gonna try and get into a good college and have a successful career? What a freaking square! But real talk for a second, I've always found it interesting how there's this like widely accepted teen movie idea that pretty popular girls in high school are all just these dumb cheerleaders or whatever, and like getting good grades or being smart or whatever is only for the misunderstood yet somehow relatable girls.
You're taking 12.
Not necessarily, because Regina isn't dumb. Regina actually is a good student and she's smart. That adds to her popularity. It's just she has these two girls who are a little bit more airheaded. But even what's her name? That was like, I'm forgetting her name. That's like, oh, it'll be our little secret. Like, she's not even dumb. The main one that's like specifically dumb is old girl who thinks that she could tell the weather through her boobs. Like, that's the only one. But Regina and the other girl are decent students. But Regina's like, she's like, oh, he only focuses on these things. Like, he's not going to have time for you, is kind of what she's implying. Like, he won't have any time to focus on you because he's busy focusing on these other things, which is a roundabout way of trying to get her not interested in this dude. But you know, I saw an article today that said William Shatner was going to be playing with his metal band, his newly formed metal band at 95 at Riot Fest this year in the city. That shit makes more sense than all of the stuff I've seen today with Alex Myers and his takes on this nonsense. I'm glad that I have yet to see Obsession. I know all about it though. I know the twist and everything. Unfortunately, it's been spoiled for me before all of this, but I didn't even get a chance to see his review. I only saw his apology. I don't think I could watch that. I don't think I could watch that. I don't have it in me. Literally after this, I don't think I want to see this man's face ever again in my life, because I can't understand how you can be this reductive and gain an audience. It makes me mad that I put so much effort into making shit right. Like, I'm so, oh my God.
12th grade calculus?
Yeah, I like math.
Ew.
At my other schools, I was the freaky math girl.
But you know, like when I was in high school, the popular pretty dance team girls or whatever, like they were all valedictorians and took AP classes and stuff. So like, where does this trope even come from? It's not even remotely true. Anyway, back to the movie.
But no, like I was an AP kid. I wasn't popular, but a lot of the other girls who were really pretty and who like were just popular, they were also smart. And some of them were also pretty goddamn dumb. Like, it's a mixed bag. Like, I don't fucking, oh God, I'll never get through this if I don't shut up.
I could talk to him for you if you want.
Really? You would do that? I mean, nothing embarrassing though, right?
Oh no, trust me. I know exactly how to play it. But wait, aren't you so mad at Gretchen for telling me?
No. I'm not mad. I mean, I guess she just likes the attention.
See, Gretch, I told you she's not mad at you.
I can't believe you think I like attention.
This is giving me some serious high school PTSD flashbacks right now.
You know, three-way calling really only had like two uses. Either you're talking to your grandparents on Thanksgiving, or
ruining your friends' lives forever.
But whatever. Anyway, after somehow becoming best friends with the Plastics, Katie goes over to Regina's house, so we get to learn a little more about who these girls really are and what they do for fun.
God, my hips are huge.
Oh, please. I hate my calves.
At least you guys can wear halters. I've got man shoulders.
My hairline is so weird.
My pores are huge.
My nail beds suck.
Ugh, my hair is so frizzy and my nose is actually perfectly fine, but I refuse to believe it because Jessica said it looked weird in like 3rd grade or whatever. Tell me about it, sister. I mean, sometimes I get possessed by the spirit of Cthulhu and then just kind of... But also, we get to learn about a little...
Okay, but once again, them going through that kind of shows like these unrealistic expectations or like their weird ass ideals of how they view themselves. Like it's about, oh shoot, like I look like this, I look like that, I hate this way about me, blah blah blah, because they have created these expectations of how they're supposed to look, how they're supposed to act, how they're supposed to behave as popular girls, as the Plastics, and they'll never be happy with how they look. And him just making it reductive to just be like, well, girls be talking about they look. Girls just be... He's just weird about women. This motherfucker's just weird about women. I don't like to make, like... It sounds very reductive and just kind of like, but like I have seen now 3 to 4 different things Because I have seen clips of the Obsession review, but even then, when I watched like the video movies with Mark did with him doing the Challengers review and the Zootopia review, he's just weird with women. This is what, like, given what I've seen, and even with this being 5 years ago, he's just weird. There's no other word for it.
Here, check it out, Katie. It's our burn book. So we cut out girls' pictures from the yearbook, and then we wrote comments. Trang Pak is a grotesque little biatch.
Still true.
Don Schweitzer is a fat virgin.
Still half true.
Amber D'Alessio, she made out with a hot dog.
You know, I love how they make fun of girls for being virgins and then also make fun of them for being skank hoes or whatever. Like, I don't know, guys, but I'm starting to think the game might be rigged. But all the same, as Katie gets to know these girls better, she's starting to feel like maybe Regina isn't so bad after all. But later on, when she tries to shoot her shot with this guy, Aaron, who Regina also likes, despite the fact that he dresses like a 5-year-old, Regina reacts as any best girlfriend would.
You know that girl, Katie?
Yeah, she's cool. I invited her tonight.
Well, be careful because she has a huge crush on you.
Really? How do you know?
Because she told me. She tells everybody. It's kind of cute, actually. And okay, look, I'm not saying she's a stalker, but she saved this Kleenex you used.
Yeah, what a weirdo. Who would ever do something like that? Now, as you
What
can
is
imagine,
the
being 16
joke?
now, Katie doesn't really take it all that well.
I had never felt this feeling before. I had this lump in my throat like after you dry swallow a big pill. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. My stomach felt like it was going to fall out my butt.
Oh, trust me, I get it. I mean, the same thing happened to me when I had Chipotle and Taco Bell in the same day. Also, Aaron and Regina are dating now. You know, just FYI. But anyway, so this sets in motion the rest of the movie where Katie, Janice, and Damien work on a plan to get revenge on Regina, not just for what she did to Katie, but really just for who she is as a person. So they give her like foot cream on her face, cut holes in her shirts, and convince her to eat these 5,000 calorie bar things by telling her that it's gonna make her lose weight.
You're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
So?
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
Whatever.
Okay, and like
Those rules
he's going through, he's speeding through a lot of the stuff that leads up to this, and how Regina constantly doing mean shit to her friends gets them to this point where they're doing this. And even this part with the Halloween party, because Katie shows up to actually be like scary and didn't realize like you're supposed to dress all cute and stuff. And even with this guy who gets roped into, Aaron was just a dumb piece of shit. Like through the whole movie, I couldn't stand him. But like Aaron gets roped into dating Regina, and yes, that hurts. But it's like, he doesn't touch on any of that. He just like literally main points of movies. And this is the type of stuff that he normally reviews, not the deeper shit like Obsession or Challengers. This is his wheelhouse, and he still can't do it.
Dry swallow a big pill. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. My stomach felt like it was going to fall out my butt.
Oh, trust me, I get it. I mean, the same thing happened to me when I had Chipotle and Taco Bell in the same day. Also, Aaron and Regina are dating now. You know, just FYI. But anyway, so this sets in motion the rest of the movie where Katie, Janice, and Damien work on a plan to get revenge on Regina, not just for what she did to Katie, but really just for who she is as a person. So they give her like foot cream on her face, cut holes in her shirts, and convince her to eat these 5,000 calorie bar things by telling her that it's gonna make her lose weight.
You're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
So?
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
Whatever. Those rules aren't real.
They were real that day I wore a vest.
Because that vest was disgusting.
You can't sit with us!
These sweatpants are all that fits me right now.
Oh, don't sweat it, Regina. I mean, hey, in about 15 years, being thick will be the cool thing. But skinny's also in, but of course not too skinny because you gotta be thick, but not too thick because you still gotta have a flat tummy, so, you know, you gotta be a little...
Okay, and once again, this joke should have, like, literally is the exact point that they were making in the fucking mirror. But you didn't play that aspect of it. But you're gonna note it here. A
little bit skinny, but you also gotta be thick, but only in the right way, or else you're gonna... Anyway, so in doing all this sabotage stuff, Katie has been plotting to destroy Regina's regime. Oh, I get it now. And she's been doing this by ironically acting like one of the plastics.
The weird thing about hanging out with Regina.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait a minute, what?
Anyway, so in doing all this sabotage stuff, Katie has been plotting to destroy Regina's regime. Oh, I get it now. And she's been doing this by ironically acting like one of the plastics.
Oh. That was before the thing that you mentioned earlier. And now you're just bringing it up. And fucking what? I'm losing my mind. I'm falling apart. What is this? This is so stupid. What are you talking about? That's literally, you mentioned that. Literally right around here. Like literally this part right here is all of that you just fucking said.
So they give her like foot cream on her face, cut holes in her shirts, and convince her to eat these 5,000 calorie bar things by telling her that it's gonna make her lose weight.
Like literally that part that you just stuck there should have been before this part, because that's how we got to the scene. Oh my God.
It's gotta be thick, but only in the right way, or else you're gonna...
Yeah! What? 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 Oh my God.
Anyway, so we're doing all this sabotage stuff. Katie has been plotting to destroy Regina's regime. Oh, I get it now. And she's been doing this by ironically acting like one of the plastics.
The weird thing about hanging out with Regina was that I could hate her, and at the same time, I still wanted her to like me. Because being with the plastics was like being famous. People looked at you all the time, and everybody just knew stuff about you.
But as is almost always the case, she soon realizes that when you do something ironically or for the meme or whatever, there comes a point where, like, you're just doing it. And eventually, Katie realizes...
That's him. That's him. He might be acting this dense, or he might have been acting this obtuse for the joke or something, but at some point, he started believing it and doing it. Because what is this?
That she's actually just fully become the thing she's been trying to destroy the whole time.
Oh, God.
You dirty little liar.
I'm sorry, I can explain. Explain how you forgot to invite us to your party?
Janice, I cannot stop this car. I have a curfew.
You know I couldn't invite you. I had to pretend to be plastic. Buddy, you're not pretending anymore. You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
So just to summarize the next part of the movie here, Katie ends up getting Aaron to break up with Regina because she was cheating on him with Shane Omen. Yeah, I know, right? Her skinny body is now like 1% less skinny because of those bulk up bars, and with the magic of three-way calling, Karen and Gretchen don't want to be friends with her anymore because they found out that she talks about them behind their backs. You don't say. So this all comes to a head later in the movie when Regina finds out what Katie's been doing the whole time.
I'm starving.
Man, I hate those things. Coach Carr makes us eat those when we want to move up a weight class.
What?
They make you gain weight like crazy.
And so, in a fit of rage, Regina puts herself in the burn book and makes a bajillion copies of it and distributes it all over the school. As you might imagine, this makes all the girls in school a little perturbed, and they turn on each other and fight it out with all the intensity of me waking up from a melatonin nap. No, stop it. Take that. I'll show you. And ultimately, the school ends up holding an assembly to talk about girl stuff, you know, like cooties and makeup and documentaries about women getting brutally murdered or something. I don't know.
Miss Norbury had us write out apologies to people that we hurt.
Oh my God! Oh my God! The fucking the actual fucking the sexism here. The sexism here. I don't even care if it is for a bad joke. This shit ain't even funny. It's just bad. But this is like the most reductive ass take of Mean Girls, which is so on its fucking face with what it is and the point that it's trying to make, that if you missed this, you must have failed your media literacy class in high school. 'Cause what the fuck?
And ultimately, the school ends up holding an assembly to talk about girl stuff, you know, like cooties and makeup and documentary.
The fucking point of the assembly was to show that these cliques and just trying to look at, like, that these arbitrary things that are going on in girl world, as Katie put it, are just that arbitrary. They don't fucking matter. That all these cliques and differences, like, are these imaginary differences or things that you put between them, don't fucking matter. That they don't fucking matter. That was the point of the assembly. And also showing Regina just how much fucking damage she did to people by being a bitch. I'm fucking... This was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. But it took the Obsession review for people to realize how asinine this man was. With 4 million subs. Now, granted, I never heard of this man, even though he does have 4 million subs. But I can't believe that within that time period, the people who knew who he was, that nobody called out this bullshit, because this started before that. Like, what the fuck? I got 4 minutes. I gotta make it through this now, because I'm about to die. I'm afraid to see what he says about Legally Blonde. I'm afraid as fuck. I don't even want to see it, but if somebody does it, let me know and give me the rundown, because baby.
Or something, I don't know.
Miss Norbury had us write out apologies to people that we'd hurt in our lives.
I just wish we could all get along like we used to in middle school. I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles, and we'd all eat it, be happy.
She doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
No.
Now, we also get to find out why Janice has it out for Regina so much. You see, back in 8th grade, Regina told everyone that Janice was gay, which is like the worst thing you could be in the early 2000s. And since then, Janice has hated Regina's guts and totally hasn't been thinking about her the entire time. And so, the movie comes to an end where everyone says how they really feel about each other. Regina gets hit by a bus. The school has their spring fling dance where no one's leaving.
There he goes again. There he goes again. Rushing the shit. Because Regina realizing that she's been a bitch and hurt a bunch of people, including her former best friend, who was the goth girl that you keep talking about, because they used to be friends. He missed that whole plot point. Like, okay, she's mad at her for something that she did in 8th grade, but missed the point that they used to be friends. And then all of a sudden, Regina had this fucking heel turn into being a bitch, and then that's why she was doing this. But also that old girl, while she was saying Katie done turned into a plastic, didn't realize that she was a mean girl herself by using her friend as a ploy to get back at her ex-friend. That was the main point of the fucking movie, was everybody was a mean girl, manipulating each other for their own gain, and then had a realization that, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? What the fuck are you doing? Oh my God.
Find out why Janice has it out for Regina so much. You see, back in 8th grade, Regina told everyone that Janice was gay, which is like the worst thing you could be in the early 2000s. And since then, Janice has hated Regina's guts and totally hasn't been thinking about her the entire time. And so, the movie comes to an end where everyone says how they really feel about each other. Regina gets hit by a bus. The school has their spring fling dance where no one's leaving any room for Jesus. Katie wins the mathlete competition and the spring fling queen. Hey, come on, leave something for the rest of us, would you? And one way or another, everything just kind of works itself out.
I had gone from homeschool jungle freak to shiny plastic to most hated person in the world to actual human being.
Hey.
All the drama from last year just wasn't important anymore. School used to be like a shark tank, but now I could just float. Regina! Finally, Girl World was at peace.
You know, Mean Girls really was a turning point for teen movies. Like, I think it holds up so well because it just feels like it could take place anytime, anywhere, and instead of being strictly a teen rom-com, it's really more about, like, intergirl issues.
Hey, wait a minute. So, To All the Boys I've Loved Before fits more with Mean Girls because the romance, but literally Mean Girls does have a romance plot. But the thing is that it's not the only the focus. But there are teen movies that have romance play a part in that. I haven't seen The Kissing Booth, but To All the Boys I Loved Before does have a more deep plot than that. And Twilight doesn't even fit in this category because that's its own thing of like supernatural YA movie shit. Like that's its own fucking thing where the point is girl becomes vampire. That is not, it doesn't classify as a teen coming of age story. Oh my God.
Issues, high school social hierarchy, being a teenager, that kind of thing. And like one of my absolute favorite parts of this movie is this little bit right here.
So fetch.
That was so fetch.
That is so fetch.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
This is so interesting for me to see because like so many teen movies, especially on Netflix, they try so hard to have characters talk like teens where they use all this like awkward made up slang that no one ever actually says. But Mean Girls literally goes out of its way to not do that, which is really forward thinking on their part. But then
what? Brother, yes they do. They bring up a lot of slang terms back then. What? It's not heavy-handed, but they use it. And once again, why are you using that clip to show how Regina is being mean to her other supposed friends and how Katie was able to get an end and fucking up their hierarchy for this random-ass wrong point at the end of the video? Like,
7 years later, in 2011, there was Mean Girls 2. And, woof. Hey, guess what? I have a new Spanish channel that just started up recently. What we're doing is
now he's out here terrorizing people with stupid-ass takes in another language. He out here terrorizing the fucking Spanish-speaking community with fucking nonsense. No. And in Spanish, no. In German, nein. In Russian, yet. In any fucking language, no. N-O, nigga, no. I can't fucking believe this. He has the media literacy of a walnut. I didn't think it was this bad. I thought maybe this was a gradual thing over the years, being this obtuse, being this stupid, missing the fucking point. Cause even even the one that I saw, the Turning Red one, that was from 8 months ago. I thought this shit was recent, like within the last year or so. This shit came out 5 years ago, just like the That's So Raven review, 5 fucking years ago. And this is what and then, oh God, and then here he goes. Talking about what random ass point did you decide to stick at the end of the video? Come on. It's gonna be fucking stupid. Let's hear it anyway.
Lindsay Lohan was such a good comedy actor. Like Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Bynes and people like that. You know, it's like the early to mid 2000s had these like really great, funny women that were like, you know, acting in all these like teen movies that were just brilliant in what they were doing. You look back and it's really sad just like what kind of happened to them. I mean, like a lot of things happened to them, of course, but fundamentally it comes down to like the fame and the pressure, the paparazzi, the stress of being in Hollywood, whatever. It's like, you know, just how it got to them and kind of what they went through. Not just them, of course. You can see the same thing with like Britney Spears and like lots of women in Hollywood apparently just got like a really, not only women, but mainly women, I feel like, especially people that were famous from like a young age, you know? I mean, you look at people like Justin Bieber now and all these things and like, you know, like seeing kind of what everyone goes through, but for some reason...
So now he's fucking rambling about child stars. You know what? What do I say to this? What do I say to this other than don't watch this nigga? Don't watch this motherfucker. All right, don't watch him. Your brain will melt like mine has. I have had a headache since starting the Mean Girls video because I am just appalled at how like Mean Girls is probably like the base litmus test for media literacy. Because it does not hide what it's trying to say and who it's trying to be about. No, I'm going to show y'all some people you should be watching. Fucking watch Be Kind Rewind. She just came out with a video today about Barbara Stanwyck. I ain't watched it yet. She has a video about Joan Crawford movie that's really good. She also did one about the Wuthering Heights. She also did one about Megalopolis. And there was another one that I saw that I would, the Making and the Aftermath of Mommy Dearest. Watch somebody that knows what the fuck they talking about, okay? Of course, you watch my boy, watch Ant. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, God damn it. Watch him. Fucking, watch Krim. He's kind of taking a break for the moment. Watch Krim. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. Watch somebody other than this motherfucker. Watch Hats Off Media. If you want somebody, actually, you know what? If you want somebody that specifically talks about cartoons and other shit, watch Hats Off Media. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. All right? He's got more media literacy in his pinky than that boy does in his whole goddamn head. All right? Like, literally, now that I'm done with Amazing Digital Circus, I, need to watch his video about Jax. Jax is a terrible person, and that's the point, which is one of the better takes on the show that I have heard about before. Jesus. Movies with Mark, and he sat through 2 of these videos. I told him I was gonna be doing this, and he said, "Good luck, brother. I needed more than good luck. I need prayer." Like, if anybody prays, pray for me, because goddamn. Of course, overly sarcastic. Fucking pushing up Rose. Anybody other than this fucking Rebel Taxi. Even though he's goofy as fuck, he's the better version of this man. He don't go too fucking deep into this shit, but he's better. If you want something that's not like gonna challenge your brain too fucking much, but you still want someone that at least kind of knows what the fuck they're talking about, at least he knows a bit of what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, like if we're talking about cartoons and media and shit, like I'm oh my god, I fucking cannot. I don't want to see that little white bald-headed cartoon man ever again in my fucking life. I have had a horrible time. Look, I think while the Turning Red one made me mad, That's So Raven one confused the hell out of me, and the Mean Girls one just was a combination of both. And I'm finally at acceptance that at no point during his YouTube career did this man know what the fuck he was talking about. So I will take this time to, you know what, fuck it, plug myself. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about more than what he is. So sub to me. Shit. this up to me. Fuck. We just gonna go through it. But oh God, if you made it this far, I'm sorry. Thank you for sticking with me through this bullshit. I wish I had something enlightening to say, but I don't, other than God help us all. If you know a friend still subscribe to this man, maybe talk with them and have a discussion about media and see where their mind is at, because I don't fucking know, but okay. I'm gonna go lay down because this took it out of me. And I hope you all stay safe. If you are in the zones where the wildfire smoke from Canada is hitting, like me, be careful out there. Make sure that you wear a mask. It is also still hot out here, so do your best to cool off. And I will see you all next time. I'm going to be gone to Florida next week, so there won't be any stream. I'm gonna try to get a couple of videos ready for you all to at least have for that, including the long overdue Pride video that I was supposed to get out, but you know, life be lifing. Thank you all yet again for sticking with me through this live stream. I love you all. Stay safe out there. And friends, don't let friends watch Alex Meyer's unsupervised. If you're going to do this, have a friend be near you. All right. This is KylaTea signing off. I'll see you all in another video. Bye.
If you should ever leave me, though life would still go on, believe me, the world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do?